Jinxie.
Howdy, howdy. He said howdy.
Michael's being Michael.
One howdy deserves another too.
I had a very sad moment, I think yesterday. It was the first time I've ever had it. Steam had in the top right corner, big yellow caution message. Like, what the hell does that mean? I've never had that come up before. And I clicked it, and it was saying, game removed from your account. And it was the Halo Insider.
Yeah.
And so it was only yesterday they finally removed it. So I could have technically been playing against bots until today. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it made it look like I did something wrong. And I was like, uh-oh. Like, what happened? Nope, they were just... I mean, it said on there, this is probably because of a beta change or a test period that changed. So I still had it installed, but the only button it had for it was uninstall instead of play. So sad. Hello.
Also, hi, Mike. Yes, thanks for the derpies, Sir Edward. And, Tara Post?
Yep.
Yes.
Hello, Edward. Hello, Jinxie. Hello, Tara Post. Hello, Alexander. Hello, Dark Tomatoes. I like that name. Hello, Kite. Hello, Holobor. Wait, what can you do wrong on Steam? Game crimes? No, I don't. Yeah, it's probably like I have games on my list because Steam normally will keep a game on your list forever, even if the game is no longer for sale. You purchased it, they still support it. I have like Ion, and that is it's no longer on Steam, but I can still download it through Steam. I don't know if it does updates. Oh, and it probably has its own thing for that.
So if I understand correctly, you can't play Halo right now?
I can't play Halo Infinite
anymore.
So I had it installed, but I uninstalled it, so it's gone. No, it's probably encrypted. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. They can encrypt a game on your file or on your computer for downloading.
Sometimes they're just lazy and it's just a number in a config file or something.
Yeah, probably not. I'm guessing they don't want people to play with it. Or it could just be they did an easy thing, because whatever. Maybe the wood one.
Yes, but I don't want to ruin those ones.
You don't want to ruin it?
No, they're nice.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have a
It is kind of already, like, ruined, so...
What?
I mean, it's, like, stained.
Well...
From cups.
Yeah, because I use that one more than any others. The N7 one.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello. Oh, yeah, that's... Music. There we go. Yeah, so it's just... Yeah, it was a big yellow message that came up right here for that. It was really weird. It was just... I don't know. I am so looking forward to when Infinite comes out, though. I had a ton of fun, and that was just playing one game mode on one map. So it was a lack of variety, but it was a ton of fun. I'm just playing Roblox while watching this. Oh, I've heard good things. I've never played it myself. So drive-by greeting. Hello, Brony. Bye-bye.
Yes.
So I did do a bit of work on this yesterday. So I did finalize this shot. So this one's all done with her talking. I did a little bit of cleanup on there, but this is all done now. I kind of add a little here. It's just because.
That's cute.
And then she shuts the door. And then I did work on this part. So I was trying to figure out what to do that was the least amount of work. If I were to have her turn and walk, that would be quite a bit, but I wanted her to speak a little bit here, and if she walked, she was probably going to walk off camera before I could finish. So I might still have her walk a little bit, but in general, I'm just having her like introspective talking to herself in place. And so I already did the audio, and I already did some of the door stuff. I just haven't animated it. I did a little bit of, I did some keyframing for it, but otherwise I did do some audio. I just have to lip sync it.
I'm going to kick
You got it in that window.
time I see her.
And then just comes through the door. So I'm gonna cut up. So I was thinking about, because it says we're going to kick that stupid chicken's ass next time I see her. And so I thought about cutting off the audio, but I kind of like the idea of that literally 2 seconds later, she gets her literal ass kicked by Scootaloo.
It is true.
So, playing Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2, that's a very long name for a game. MSGBO 2. Sweetie's okay for now. Yeah, she hasn't, I completely removed all the stuff I did before. It wasn't really anything that I did for her before, so.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass the next time I see her.
It actually took me a while to get 15AI to say ass. Like, even this is more of like an is. Every time it was like is, and I finally was able to get one where it said it correctly.
Chicken's ass the next time I see her.
And to end it the way
It's always kind of a crapshoot, but it is
I
pretty
kind
good
of
at the same time.
I wonder. I think I might still cut this.
Stupid chicken's ass the next time I see.
The
next time
I kind of want. So the reason I put ass was I originally wanted to have her say like F word or something so that I can push it into non-children territory.
Yeah.
But ass is still in that territory.
I don't think. Can you say ass in children's entertainment?
No.
Okay.
And that's why I want it.
Yeah, I get
So, and it's to me, it's the borderline one where you're just crossing the line and then stopping. So that's by having her say ass, I have a way to dispute anything said made for children.
I mean, besides, throwing a bunch of children into a seal served tomatoes.
I shot a child out of a cannon and that didn't count.
Because that's like cartoonish humor. Bugs Bunny's been doing it for years.
You have to say patootie. No, I'm not going to say any. I'm not doing any of that. The purpose of it is to cross the line, just enough. Because anything marked for. My concern is if you have video marked. There's a couple reasons I don't want anything marked as for kids. Because if it does, it usually disables comments, which reduces engagement, limits the advertising revenue because it only limits the ads that are to be placed within a very small group. Oh, and then probably even the more important to me is if I'm guessing if you get enough marked on your channel, they will forcibly trip your entire channel to be made for kids. And that would be devastating. So, or at least if that happened, I would just start putting up videos of me saying the F word on repeat and until they did.
Just at the very end of all your videos, just you in front of the camera going, dirt, dirt, dirt.
No, I don't care on here. I'm swearing, but
the F word, posterior,
fettuccine,
fun nickels,
mayonnaise.
The entire. Yeah, that's gonna be the entire convention. I already see it coming. Somebody's gonna be like magic, and people are gonna go bing bong, bing bong. It's like, oh no. That's the new fandom meme. I feel it.
Oh, you can't add them to a playlist?
Thank you for the derpy.
Yes, thank you, Terry. I did not know about the playlist bit. I tried disputing. I've had 3 or 4 videos marked just for kids. All 4 I've disputed. One of them I failed. All the other 3 I was able to. For some reason, Remembrance I was actually allowed to, but the other one I wasn't.
Yeah, there's nothing like, I guess.
At Remembrance, I said this deals with death, and that was all it really took.
You and Sesame Street need to cut it out. It's not children shouldn't know about death.
Yeah, they're immortal. That's a good lesson to teach them. You can see how kids act when they think that.
Which video was that you couldn't? That's still marked for kids.
Flight into Easy Steps.
Okay,
which is fine.
That one up.
That one I'm not. It's not monetized because I have R. Kelly at the end. So with I Believe I Can Fly. So that removed monetization completely anyway, which kind of sucks. Because looking back, I was at the teetering edge on whether or not to put that in there, and I decided to keep it. I probably shouldn't have. But now it probably didn't matter because I wouldn't have had it monetized now anyway. So YouTube's is a minefield right now for content. The creators are getting better about it. The problem is for my type of content, it's significantly harder of a platform than it was 5-6 years ago.
I always wonder about those videos that you can't monetize. Do they still advertise on those videos? YouTube.
The ones I can't monetize doesn't mean somebody else hasn't.
Well, I'm saying that if
it's made for kids, it's advertised, but only to that small group. Because I can't put it in a playlist, it gets lost in my channel.
What I'm trying to understand, like, they say you can't make money off of it, but that doesn't stop them from making money off of it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of hypocritical.
Because the idea is, I utilize something from them, and there is no way to work out some contract on a per video basis to determine, without that person's permission, who should get what revenue. So YouTube just sides with the copyright holder.
Yeah, well, they side with the copyright holder against giving you money, but they don't side with the copyright holder in giving themselves money. They still make money if they're advertising on the channel.
The copyright holder?
YouTube.
Oh, well, YouTube just gets 45% of anything.
Yeah.
But that's because that's the fee for running it on their platform and for running a business. No, it's there is no way that you could legitimately find a way to make it that people could work out a deal with people unless you're a very large channel that can work out a contract. Because let's say that you do allow people to do a split. Like, oh, it's only audio, so they get 50%. Well, then what stops me from uploading any of the most popular songs of today with just the stupidest video with it, trying to get those couple little clicks to go through?
YouTube would love it because they'd make a mint.
No, they would get the same amount.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying they would. No,
it doesn't change to them at all. Except then, music creators are going to pull from their platform and say you can't put our content on there at all. Well, now they're losing money.
Yeah.
So
that happens.
Glad you're late. I don't know.
Farting.
And remember, kids, fuck you. Yep. It was talked about early on about doing that. That's why I'm trying to mix in some of that non-child type content in, just so that I don't have to worry about it. And it was where it's obvious certain things are gray area, and that's not worth far enough. You can't use mini player, no comments, no playlists, no download, not directly on YouTube. There are alternatives though, probably a more limited monetization. Its monetization is the same. They limit the type of ads, and by limiting those type of ads, because if you have an entire pool of ads to pull from, it means you have the largest array of value, because YouTube's going to throw the expensive ads as much as possible. But if you start limiting what types of ads you can have, you're going to limit that pool, and your high end's going to be starting brought down. Plus, how often they show ads might be different. What's the other thing? Oh, it already does it a little bit, because there's like a full questionnaire you have to fill out in every video that says like, if you're doing monetization. Is there this? Is there that? And it's just like a whole bunch of like little values. So swearing, technically, by having any swearing, you are reducing that level a little bit, but it's very small. Nothing compared to the being for kids. So to me, I'd rather deal with that tiny bit at the top than a chance at getting that whole bottom.
You should just animate Rainbow Dash dropping the F-bomb and then just put that at the end of every one of your videos. Just all your videos just end with Rainbow Dash cursing. That'd be amazing.
Your head's just spinning, saying "fuck, fuck, 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 fuck." All right, so I don't really want to work on lip syncing right now, so I might just kind of do some cheap stuff right now.
Hello, Nolan.
No, it's been here for a while.
Has he?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I saw his comments.
There are in Hangouts, if you type such ponies, a lot of pony sprites run along the screen. Well, this I'm gonna clear out. Okay.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass the next.
So I'm thinking, because I like cutoffs, like where she starts talking and so you start listening and you forget that things are happening. So I kind of like the idea of cutting her off.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass the
The funniest would be to cut her off just as she starts to swear, and I could still mark it as swearing. Because YouTube will still mark some things as swearing even if you beep it out. So I'm wondering if having...
But then you never get the chicken joke.
No, she says chicken.
Okay,
it just wouldn't. It wouldn't be the follow up of the next time I see her.
Yes.
15AI always ends a sentence with an inflection that implies the end of a sentence. So if I just type in a part of a sentence, the end of it is always going to end sounding like an end. So you have to like fully write out what you want to do and then cut it off at some point if you want to actually cut them off. No, lip sync spazzing is the best. No, it'd be like an hour and a half of listening to the same thing. We did that a lot last stream, so we're gonna try to not.
I've sat through plenty of you lip syncing.
What?
I've sat through you just lip syncing horses for hours. It's fun.
It's like animation ASMR.
'Cause that's when I can like talk about the stupidest stuff. Because you're like how I've been thinking. How I really hope that in G5, Twilight like died or sacrificed herself in some way to save every pony, all the horses, so that fandom can joke about how Twilight Sparkle died for their sins. I want this in my life. I want this joke.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass.
So the audio for this is a little delayed. So it just in hitting play. So sounds like she's talking through the being hit, but it actually does stop right here. Like, sweetie.
She's fine.
There's a tractor. There's actually like 3 tractors.
She just wanted to eat Funyuns, and you hit her with a tractor.
And so I took the exact same explosion as the school.
Yeah.
And it is colored in the other purple. Though then I had to like put the sunlight coming through here and everything, but
Where'd the ground go? There was a yard out there.
Beep beep, it's coming.
It's like from the void came the tractor.
Kick that stupid chicken's ass.
Oh. So I can't animate her being hit yet because I'm not at that point yet.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass.
I probably just move. If I do it this way, I can probably just move forward as it is.
No, Bloom will turn out to be the only one killed who volunteered to get up on the tractor.
She didn't volunteer to be killed, though.
No.
She was going with her sister. I did change the lighting a little in this too.
Never a good idea.
So that it's a little brighter at the here. I added a light to that window too, so that it at least followed through with this. Even though the sizing's a little weird, I'm just gonna go with don't give a shit. So, but then I want to keep it with the general open lighting like I have throughout the rest of it, because trying to get any type of lighting that's not an overall bright everything with them spinning in like 360s is impossible. It's just not gonna work. So we'll just go with it. But that does mean that if I keep it with what I have, other than the lip syncing, I could finish most of the animation tonight. Though it's a little hard to finish it until I have the lip syncing done. So,
yay, lip syncing time.
Kick that stupid chicken's ass.
But technically, it's only 2 seconds of lip syncing.
You could get that pounded out.
It should.
Just wait for them to start talking, and then just do the puppet thing. Just
The problem with that is if I wanted to do that, because the purpose of doing lip syncing before animating is so that I can watch the mouth to determine the timing of the audio and not the audio itself. And because of that, I can get the timings better. But if I do the mouth open, I'd have to puppeteer it to make it quick. Or I would still have to go through here and pick everything that's being spoken to ensure that it's at the right timing, which at that point I'm basically just doing a really cheap lip syncing anyway, so why not just lip sync? Okay, I guess we can do a little bit of lip sync.
I like the version of leaving the stable that I did yesterday. It was just like yours.
No, it wasn't. His creepy Pip running around tearing out people's throats, and then anytime they talk with anybody, had to crack her neck backwards.
Well, she just looked up, and so like bark bark.
Okay. Michael.
No, what are you doing? Leave her booper alone. Why is she biting her lip? You thinking about cheese pizza again? That's definitely a cheese pizza face. And she got the scrunchy nose. Oh no, this is so cool. Adorable.
I was looking here.
It's like, I'm so sad. Remember the stream where you just drew the line all over the thing until you crashed it? Because
tears.
Got lots of tears. She's Super Saiyan. She's Super Saiyan. This is some quality art. It looks like she has like tattoos. And she's like, my sad marks. What's happening? She have like a bird. Is that a bird?
It says loser backwards.
Oh.
Because then she can see it in the mirror.
That's fair.
Doesn't care if other people see it.
At least she might be a loser, but at least she's not Apple Bloom.
She's taking moments before disaster. She wants to be there. She's like, at least Sweetie wants to be with their friends. I mean, except for chicken. She doesn't like chicken.
Chickens are awful. Isn't that right, chicken?
You're saying Scootaloo's awful?
Scootaloo is she's actually pretty great, so.
I couldn't think of or I was gonna have her say Scootaloo, but it just
kept
it didn't feel right. So chicken felt more demeaning for the situation. So I just went with chicken.
Everyone loves the chicken joke because it is old, as we all are now. I saw some of the new pony merch at Target yesterday. I thought, sure hope they don't stop making G4 pony merch.
Well, I thought you were gonna say like, I'm gonna buy it.
Well, it was like a giant, like adult size onesie, and part of me thought about buying it just to wear it one time, just to be like, oh no.
If you came
downstairs in a giant pony onesie,
I would your rent would go up with hazard insurance.
It would be beautiful. Ugh. Let's see, you're imagining it now, and you know it would be amazing.
Lip syncing seems terribly tedious. I kind of talked about it before, but it's tedious, kind of. There is some satisfaction with it. When you actually get a good lip sync done, it is very satisfying to see in its complete form. But I like listening to certain types of music really loud, and that interferes with my ability to lip sync. So I have to listen to it either very low or off, and that means that's where my motivation comes from, is listening to music. And not having my motivation there just makes it tougher. But it also depends on the level of detail you're going into. I'm trying to go into decent detail here. But if I wanted to, I could, like, I think I'm making my way down the Milky Way with this video. That lip syncing was puppeteered and with a slight cleanup. That whole video's lip syncing was done like in an hour. So you can do it real fast if you want to, but for this stuff, I'd try to.
I mean, it looked pretty decent. It looked like like any other of your videos, honestly, from a first glance. I mean, it's not, if you watch it over and over again, you know to look for the rush, then yeah, you see it. But if you're not looking for it, it looks like any of your other videos, really. I'm sure the goofiness of it lets you get away with it. Like, I couldn't see you getting away with that with, like, leaving the stable or something. Or Remembrance.
All the animation in there, I think the lip syncing matched the animation. The animation was supposed to be like a copy-pasted, cheesy, cheap animation. So the lip syncing matching that worked. I think that's what helped. Because I've had a couple of people comment on the derpy on the keyboard and saying, like, oh, I didn't realize, or I see somebody reuse their animation. Like, no, this is the original. The other one is the reuse.
Mm-hmm. I know why your watch bothers me.
Why?
Because it's like a watch, but it's a screen.
Yeah. I actually finally got the leather. It came with the leather band, but it took over a month after getting it to actually come in. So I got that actually on there. No, its uses have come in handy. I don't have to grab.
Why is there a laser? I saw you lift it up and the laser was shooting you in the arm.
It's like because it's giving me superpowers.
I knew it. It's probably feeding off of you for power.
No, it's for biometric stuff.
I got excited when I bought a watch that was solar powered, and here you are like, my watch is predicting the future. It's nonsense. It's also upside down.
The watch?
Yeah.
What's upside down?
Oh wait, no, I thought it was noon. Never mind. Yeah, I know in retrospective that I would be very wrong. But my brain is slow. Also, Sir Edward wants me to buy the onesie.
The most I'm willing to do for work is a Pac-Man mouthing. Oh, I see what you mean. Just nom nom nom. No, I used to like lip syncing, but it just became where my favorite parts of doing things is like the concept and the building it and the idea of it. So it's the keyframing, the building of the scene, the setting up of the camera, all that initial stuff. The execution of it to me is not as much of the fun part. Lip syncing to me is just pure execution. There's nothing to plan ahead or to do with. It's just hours of the same thing. And yeah. But normally I don't need too much of it. So it comes down to like, I can do it, but it takes like an hour or two, but I can offload it, but do I need even that much? So it's like, I don't know. Listing is one of those that you don't need much of it, but I just put it off to anytime possible. How about a 22 piece? No, I think that there's implications.
I'm going to kick.
I think these are all great ideas.
No, I don't need Michael in a 2-piece. But also, I think lip syncing is one of those that gets easier the more you do it. This is an older model too, so it has less flexes. Some of the newer models have much more, and when you have more options, it means more time. So these are not too bad, and they're fine. They do. I've always said the main things you need are open, close, pucker and stretch. Basically, lips forward, lips forward to make an ooh, or lips back to eh. So lips forward, lips back. Teeth show and teeth hide. And that's about it, really, for lip syncing. Having the ability to smile or frown comes in handy for just different types of emotions. But really, that's all it comes down to is those three. The tongue, if you can get that to move around correctly with some of the stuff, also really helps. But if you don't, you could get away with it. Nobody would really notice. At least you're going to go cheap. So that's what with Rathalos, he technically has exactly that. He came with open, close, and he came with a bit of the jaw control, but I added like the forward and backwards and the teeth controls, and one other, I think, yeah. And his jaw, technically, since it's such a large mouth, I have 2 different controls there. But that's all I added for him, and his lip syncing's fine. It doesn't need all these extra stuff. Going.
The best part about watching you do lip syncing is all the weird faces you make. And everyone, just watch him and tell us what your favorite face he makes is.
Try to lip sync without doing it. Jesus Christ, that's impossible. So I need essentially this. That's what I don't like. So this, I'm gonna pucker a little bit more, and I'm gonna lip down a little bit. I've tried. If by doing it yourself, you can feel what muscles are actually moving. So like when I go from one word to another, if I feel like I would naturally pull my lips back. Well, now I know to pull the lips back. Or if I feel it's kind of getting like curled up a little bit or curled in the back, I'll put some angry in there to get that curl. So yeah, try to do lip syncing without it, and you're not gonna.
I always know what you're talking about. I make lots of faces, different looking faces, when I talk. Just like this. All the face movement in the world.
You know what you're doing, and I'm not looking. So this needs to be this, but further back. A little bit like... I'm going to do a little bit of different than I normally do. Okay, so this now needs to be a little bit forward.
I'm going to kick that.
You looking up onesies?
I'm I was kind of looking up the one I saw at Target, which is this one. I could be seeing myself walking around in that. They got them in large, and squeeze myself into that. You guys like to see me running around in that thing? It'd be amazing.
There we go. No.
Great. I think it's a great idea.
Right, but...
Yeah, well, you're showing a screen to a camera. It's always going to go bad.
No, I don't like that, like, Sunny would be, like, under your boobie. I like them in 2D. They're kind of fun, but the and I love how they like they put Hitch in like the ankle. Like get out
where
of
he
here.
belongs. He should just be in the foot, just on the back somewhere. I saw you commenting as to why the one piece of merchandise that just left Hitch off of it. I guess they did have an Applejack in the. And because the wooden ones are so much better.
You staged that. Yours is aged and it knows better.
Yes. Yeah, here I'll get this one for you. It's got Rainbow Dash on it. One more.
This is gonna be fun. I'm just gonna leave it.
It really is legitly my only like concern with the new generation is I'm kind of hoping that they still make at least some G4 stuff. But
it depends on what the new generation includes, because it's already showed that it's the same universe, same characters. Mm-hmm. If they do not include them at some point, I would be immensely surprised.
Well, yeah, it would be too. It's a large opportunity marketing wise and just like
getting it
building
and they
excitement.
pop up, everybody's like,
I mean, they were technically in the movie.
Well, yeah. Well, Rarity was the best Rarity.
Yes. Fry your brains. Great. Rarity frying brains does sound like fun.
Yeah. That, Rarity went up the scale on favorite at that point. But I believe that they did Rarity because it's the only one that made sense.
Yeah. Well, she was the unicorn.
She was the only one that was a single.
Yeah. As opposed to a double.
Well, no, because if they did Pegasus, they can't have one of the Pegasus be evil.
Yeah.
And they can't have one of the Earth ponies be evil. And the Alicorn was different, so Rarity was the only one that made sense.
Well, I kind of noticed too that it's unicorns weren't really afraid of Earth ponies so much as they just thought they were inept. They were afraid of the unicorns. Or no, the Pegasi. And now I guess it did kind of do a whole snatching thing with Pegasi would swoop in and snatch you away. Mm-hmm.
I need to fix
I
it.
have seen a lot of people being like, "Whoa, where were the Wendigos?" And my thought on that is they weren't fighting. They just weren't like involving each other in their stuff.
Well,
They were staying away from each other.
or maybe Twilight went to war with them and defeated them, so then they can have anger and peace.
Anger, peace.
Anger in peace. We want to be angry at each other, not have you guys popping up.
Yeah. Like an entire civilization of shut-ins.
There's no magic, then there are no Wendigos. Oh. Yeah, that's actually a good way to look at it.
Maybe.
They've got to be magical.
Oh yeah, they're magical, but so are unicorns, and they didn't stop existing.
But unicorns are an element of them has magic. It's not like that is their embodiment. And it's not like took away their horn or their magic and suddenly they just melt.
You don't know. Well, I mean, I guess kind of do. It might.
Wait.
I mean, I saw.
Why are you so mean to ponies? Like, now you're like,
I need melt
they should
ponies. I just always kind of chalked it up to the fact that they weren't actually fighting. Like the original lore was that the three tribes were actively at war with one another, which wasn't the case in the movie. They just didn't communicate. I think the darkest thing about that in the original war is the Earth ponies were trying to starve the other races to death. Pretty dark. I have a feeling we'll see them all eventually, Kite. It's gonna be time travel or something, but there won't be a scenario where we don't see them at some point, I don't think. They wouldn't have bothered having it all in the same world if they weren't going to do callbacks to previous like lore stuff.
Well, it's also just easier to build upon a world that was previous, and you're not going to abandon the fandom that was there previously. Financially, it's a better decision.
I mean, they always did in the past, but
because they were just selling toys. They didn't care about a consistent universe. Rebooting it was the easier choice.
Right. The last iteration was far too popular to throw it away, essentially. Would have liked more seasons of My Little Pony G4, but I guess maybe it was getting a little stale.
There was either gonna, it's like that the die a hero or see yourself living long enough to be the villain. That was the idea.
Is that what SpongeBob SquarePants has become?
But there was no story with SpongeBob.
He lives in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob.
No, that's not the story. When you have a story, when you have a continuing universe that builds upon itself, you eventually have to end it, or it just gets stale. So,
I like Dragon Ball Z Super.
That's what I like about Marvel. They built a consistent universe, and then instead of a reboot, they just did the what if, where they just said, like, well, let's change certain elements of the original and see how it takes it. I think that's kind of a cool concept to try to extend the life of a certain universe.
I don't know. There's some series that have been going on for freaking ever that seem to...
Simpsons?
Well, I'm thinking Simpsons and One Piece. Those two.
Well, yeah, but when it comes to anime, then they just, like, make up power levels.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if once Sunny becomes an Alicorn, Twilight would pop up from time to time to get Sunny advice. And she's got to be angry about it, too. Like, an Earth Pony? Excuse me. And she, like, does, like, a Z-snap with the hoof. Like...
I hope,
great.
I really hope, and legitly, because I'm into depressing stuff, that Twilight is alive, living in a cave somewhere, and the only thing she's doing is maintaining the movement of the sun and the moon with the pendant that the Alicorn, or that Celestia Luna gave her. That she can't find them, that she looked, that they're just gone, and that she's just like...
No, I don't think that
gone hermit.
No, I don't think they can do that. They have to say that they just ended naturally or in some way or over time. Otherwise, they're making them a main character again.
Celestia and Luna?
Oh no, Celestia and Luna. No, They probably just like left the planet.
I would think Twilight would eventually assume the role of Celestia in the previous generations. Like she's like this figure that's in the background. She's there.
Well, I think that if they bring any of the other characters in, it's going to be as like spirits or the embodiment of who they are. But that is if they do. But really, they might not.
Well, if the lore is to stand, somebody still needs to be controlling the sun and the moon.
Or they find a portal, like with the Equestria girls.
Mm-hmm.
And they find a portal that they're not in Equestria. They're in Equestria
adjacent. It's Equestria adjacent.
Equestria lands. They're in a multiple dimension. And they're going to find a portal. And then they're going to have like 3 universes. And they're going to be jumping in between them. And that'd be great. And then they like put lots of them in a row, and then they keep running through them to see how fast they destroy the universe.
Way too much What If.
I haven't watched any of it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've seen it all.
Well, yeah, because you cheat and use your sister's account.
No, it was when I visited my parents.
No, it's done. Season 1's done now, right?
I think they're not making it anymore. I think what exists is it.
Yeah, I think season 1. Well, yeah. Well, what's out is out. But now that it's done, I might jump on there to try to watch it. But I'm watching some other stuff on Netflix right now. DBS was interesting. Dragon Ball Super was interesting. Dragon Ball GT not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I understand where GT was going. So, GT was trying to reboot to be like it was back at the original beginning again of stuff without the escalation that was out of control. Because Dragon Ball, they're trying to go back to that original thing. Go back to a lower power level and then build your way back up again. And the way that they tried to go about it, though, of like traveling the universe and stuff, just felt so foreign and weird. They could have done it better.
I think what hurt it for me is them regressing Goku back to a kid and reducing his overall strength. Kind of felt like the whole series was just trying to get back to where it was. Like it's nice to have the whole progression again, but it's kind of like watching somebody get hit by a car and then the entire thing is them just recuperating from getting hit by a car. Which can be nice, but it's not what you go to watch Dragon Ball for.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think I can see that side of things. Well, at least what it became, because it did feel a little bit more reminiscent of the original Dragon Ball, but at that point, that's not what the series was anymore.
If you want that, go back and watch Dragon Ball. Essentially.
I own most, if not all, of GT, but that was because I was getting them when it was being released from Hollywood Video, I think.
Wow.
Like it was an actual like store you could go to buy DVDs.
Nobody here knows what that is except for me and you. Everybody watching like, what?
I love that store because it was one of the few places you could find anime. Like there would be one wall with one little section with anime, and it was mainly the stuff from Adult Swim. But it was like now, like America is full anime everywhere. Back then, no. Like it was only this small little. It was like Fruits Baskets, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho.
I loved Yu Yu Hakusho.
It was like the big ones that were able to like sneak their way in your Trigun. I have Trigun on DVD.
Yeah. Outlaw Star.
Full Metal Alchemist, the first one before Brotherhood.
Yeah, before Brotherhood. Of course, Cowboy Bebop.
Yep. Or without the effects of magic, the sun and moon do not need to be manually moved. Maybe they just needed to be manually moved because the damage done by Discord's rain or something.
Well, they moved it before that too.
I don't know. Said on Twitter that is canon that the big pink tree they passed was the students' 6 crystal treehouse without magic things. It could be that they only were moving it because they thought they had to, but they never took the time to not do it. It's like if you give somebody the power to do something, they want to keep using that power. So maybe days were supposed to be 10 minutes shorter or longer, and they just kept forcing them into a different rhythm. And so once it just went to normal, it just kept going as it went. So
maybe. I mean, they can adjust the lore however they wish. But yeah, that big pink tree was the regrown tree of harmony. It just passed it in the movie, but they did confirm that that's what that was. They didn't know what it was. They just thought it was a tree on a map.
It would be great if the tree of harmony was the one that she knocked down to get across the ravine.
It's like just barreled through it. It's dead now. Oops. Now they showed a few.
Did I do that?
They did a few things to show that they're in the same universe. They showed the Canterlot Mountains, and then they showed the Tree of Harmony. So it is the same universe. I'm looking forward to the series. I'm still not 100% sure if it's going to be in 2D or 3D. I keep hearing it's going to stay in 3D.
If they switch to 2D?
Mm-hmm. I hope it looks like... If they did switch to 2D,
no, they're not quite
I hope it looks like Rainbow Road Trip.
They can't because
Rainbow Road
you already have all the assets for 3D.
But that's just it.
You have to remake assets for 2D.
Well, Boulder Studios, the ones who are doing this version, also did Rainbow Road Trip. So they have both.
But they'd have to remake all the assets, though.
They'd have to remake the characters and some of the assets, yeah. I don't know. They've done it before. I don't count anything out. I just hope if they do it in 3D, they put a lot of effort into it because 3D is very easy to make it. You can get away with a lot more in 2D as far as budgets are concerned than you can in 3 and make it still look decent.
No, both of them have their pros and cons.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a whole panel about it that we're doing at Ciderfest.
Yeah, I watched. It was 2D versus 3D, and not once did one of you attack the other one.
I know. So
it's very annoying.
So yeah, for a lot of conventions, we do a panel. Minty Root had the idea for doing a 2D versus 3D, which is weird because he does 2D and 3D. So he brings in some of the SFM people and some of the 2D people. Like for instance, at BronyCon, we had Pymations and myself and Minty. I think Adam was on there too. Yasho might have been. So we had like some 2D and 3D people mixed in. And with the idea of, it's called 2D versus 3D, like perspectives. So it's about like the benefits and the pros and the cons of both. But we always try to play off of it. Like anytime somebody talks about a negative, we have to like throw in how 3D does it better or 2D does it better to like make it sound like we're bashing at each other. And we're pretty good at it. But I found like first one, like it was pretty even. But since then, like I end up being the only asshole up there the whole time. Because I'm just used to being snippy or something. But they're a lot of fun because it's like, it's teaching with having a little bit of some fun little humor back and forth and getting the burn moments. But it's great because Minty does both, so he doesn't care.
Personally, I'm a bigger fan of 2D. I think you can get away with more in 2D as far as... I mean, I like this too. But as far as like movies are concerned, I think you can get away with more in 2D. Like if you have the budget for 3D, you can make something pretty amazing. But then I see like high budget 2D films like from Disney, and some of those are absolutely breathtaking too.
No, you can 3D, or it depends. Both of them. If you do low effort 3D, it looks horrible. Yeah. If you do low effort 2D,
it can be passable.
Not as a movie.
Not as a movie, but as a series.
No, that's where you get like, okay. So you're saying it's a much lower bar. Gen 3.5.
That was...
It was 2D?
That was 2D, but that was $20 out of somebody's pocket paying for that thing. Like I found a 20 and a gift card to the Sears.
They bartered with like cigarettes and booze.
Like, I don't know where you can find a Sears, but it's all yours.
Not anymore.
Yes. But no, that was made on like if more than one or two people animated that entire series, I would be surprised. That was done on nothing.
That's all you do for lip syncing.
I'm going to kick that stupid.
But no, like if you had tried to do
Rurouni Kenshin was another one. Yep, that was another one that was at Hollywood Video.
I think if you tried to do, say, if you had the budget for My Little Pony season 1 and tried to do that in 3D, it would have looked awful. It would have been absolutely horrendous to look at.
8 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been the same.
Well, even now, on the budget they had.
Even with how 3D is right now, I was surprised at how good the movie looked. Because I was expecting it to be a Hasbro lower budget cash grab.
It wasn't.
But it wasn't. They actually put, maybe not, it's not just money down, but skill down, passion down. There was something more to that. And so seeing how the community is acting for it, they were all like panicking about Gen 5, but really all it's been is positive stuff.
No, yeah.
It's which is great. Maybe people are just thirsty, and I guess if you hand somebody a bunch of dirty water, they're not going to notice that it's dirty because if they're thirsty as hell. So
I just I am kind of, I'll go get it.
Well, you can stop talking.
But My Little Pony Gen 4, they did not start off with a huge budget, which is kind of why it's in Flash. Because Flash was relatively cheap compared to like what was still kind of the standard for a lot of studios was the hand-drawn frame by frame. But Flash was a cheaper alternative, but it didn't look as professional. But they took what they had talented people working in the program, making the most of it, and they made it look really good.
To me, though, talent is only a small part of it. You can get talented people in to do anything, but if you get passionate people in to do things, even if they're not as talented, you're gonna get a better product because you're gonna get people that are just I'll use an example again that I just happened to learn recently with Breaking Bad. I guess with that show, there are a lot of people that were helping work on it were passionate about the show, and they just really, really wanted to see it work out. And there was this one shot that Vince wanted to do, and they're like, well, we don't have the equipment here to do it. But the people that were there wanted to make this work, so they spent their entire weekend on their own free time building this entire device just for a single shot. And that is a fantastic shot. It's when he's laughing in the cellar, and when you realize he doesn't have the money and the camera's zooming out. They didn't have the equipment to do that shot at all where they were. And so they literally spent the entire weekend doing it in their own time. That to me isn't skill. That's passion. Yeah. And so that show to me showed that type of passion for stuff. So to me, early on, I feel like there might have been not real much of a passion, but when you have the conventions, you can see all these people, not just like the intended audience, but a larger group, even if it's, say, 1/10 the size of the intended audience. If you can even just find screenshots and pictures of people enjoying the thing you're doing, then that creates a passion.
I mean, in the first few seasons of MLP, Lauren Faust definitely had a passion for it, because before MLP, she had been involved in a lot of bigger projects like Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, but she wasn't really the top billing for those shows. It was her husband, Craig McCracken, was. This was her first show that was all hers, that didn't involve her husband. And she went into it wanting, desperately, passionately wanting to make a show that was intended for little girls and not having it be the quality that was often associated with shows for little girls.
Not just quality, but the everything pink, girly genre type, the definition of a standard girl show. Yeah.
She definitely brought her that passion and wanting it to be better than what she had grown up with into making the series, and it changed the series. It'll never be the same again, thanks to her.
Not the series. I would say the
My Little Pony franchise will never be the same.
Yeah, because the series to me is a little different. Actually, I think it helped redefine a lot of things.
It did.
Equestria Girls is something else, and then what Equestria Girls was doing would affect what Monster High was doing and a bunch of these other shows. So it's a ripple effect. It was showing that, hey, we can make money not just off our intended audience, but another group too. Oh,
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's sad that it's a business decision that it comes down
Yeah,
to,
it
but if
was-
it benefits us, whatever.
Yeah, I would say there were 2 shows that kind of sparked off a reinvention of animation on television, and it was where it wasn't just one show, then another show, then another show that had no real connecting factor to them. Like anime always had, Japanese anime always had shows that were like a connecting storyline that went forward, but Western animation really didn't until 2 shows, and those 2 shows were Adventure Time,
Paw Patrol.
not Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Adventure Time and My Little Pony. And those 2 shows kind of redefined Western animation a little bit. It redefined it to basically be similar to what Japan had been doing for a long time, but Western animation started doing it. Before that, it was just like nothing was really connected from episode to episode.
Game Theory actually just put out a thing recently about how we have our whole like idea of what gaming is in America, but like that the number 3 game on YouTube for watching was a game nobody's ever heard of. I forgot what the name was at this point because it doesn't matter to me, but it was that because outside of America there's these huge genres and these huge games that are building up, but now because of how the internet's working, we're all kind of mingling and spreading. And so it used to be before that there was only 2 types of RPGs. There was like the Japanese RPG and the Western American RPG, but now we're getting lots of different types of RPGs mixing in because you're starting to get like Witcher. Witcher is from like, was it Scandinavia? I can't remember what country they're in. But that's a different type of RPG, and so you're starting to get all these mixing in, and so you're going to start getting our washing of what we think of as genres is going to start expanding, and not that they are new, it's just that we've never seen them before. And the best thing is when they start merging them. You start getting the best of all of them merged into one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when it gets good.
I guess there were a few.
Venture Brothers is good too.
Venture Brothers did have like a story element. It's true, but I wouldn't say it was. It wasn't really kid focused. It was far more adult focused. And Avatar, I don't know when that came out, but yeah. Okay, there are a few examples, but the Ponies was definitely an early one.
Stupid chicken's ass. Stupid chicken's ass. I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass.
I know that Adventure Time came around the same time, and it is kind of heavily credited for kind of a rebirth. Avatar also was kind of just a copy paste of anime. Like a lot of people kind of looked at it and thought it was from Japan.
Well, but it was definitely inspired by Japan.
Yeah.
And that's where I said sometimes the best stuff you get is when you start taking 2 genres from very different places that are similar enough and start like mixing in the best parts of them all.
Yeah.
And to me, that's kind of what Avatar was.
Yeah.
Is they started doing that, and it was early on when that was unique. All right, back to Good Night, Jules. A little boy named Presley found a secret out this year. He was a pharaoh from Egyptians, ruled the world, and now a sorcerer named Scarab tries to get him day and night, but Presley has 4 guardians to protect his very life. While putting the part of it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That sounds like Yu-Gi-Oh!
A little bit.
I just heard Pharaoh, and that's good enough. Where's my drink?
It's a weird show about like some old pharaoh entering the body of some 14-year-old kid.
That's Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
And then he stays 14 for like the next 8 years.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass. I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass.
Not really liking her pose at the end here, but I don't know if I can really change it. Actually, the one thing I'm not liking right now. This is where if I start poking at if I start melding things before I'm 100% certain where I'm going here, it's gonna be hard to fix. So I'm trying to get. So yeah, I'm not really liking her pose here. That's a little better. She's gonna get hit like probably already being hit here. Yeah, she's would have already been run over at that point. So you're not gonna really see that anyway, so not a biggie. Mummy's alive? I swear I've seen that. Yeah, I think I remember that one. I don't remember much about it, but I do remember it being on television. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the tractor here because I want to treat it like she's not seeing it coming at all. I haven't done the audio yet for like the door going or whatever. I don't really need to deal with that right now because I'm trying to keep the RAM down, and that's just gonna increase the RAM. So we're gonna wait. Biker Mice from Mars. Is that a show? What? What? You know, that sounds like when they were, I think that was another, is it Game Theory? I think it's probably Film Theory, but it's talking about like how weirdness are when they come to things. So about having, where it was like random was the thing for a while, and it kind of is now, but less so. I think that was back when they just started merging like they basically just like put a bunch of like tiles in a hat of a bunch of topics and just started pulling them out to figure out which ones matched. SWAT Cat. Street Sharks, I remember. That was also... See, this was the beginning of furries. He's got mice, cats, and sharks. I'm going to keep all the legs locked here. Not the shoulders, though. Also, the turtles were popular in this game around that time. No. Mine's better. Thank you. Oh, that's a good, really good mix. Perfect.
Yeah, I got the vanilla in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't do it with the rum?
No, with the Canadian Club that was up there.
Oh, I thought that tasted a bit different. I was like, that's really different because it wasn't as fruity. No, I've been doing the rum.
Oh,
but actually, no, it's good. I'm okay with it. It's a good mix. So
works.
I wanted something different before, and then it was like, this doesn't taste quite the same, but it's really good. But no, that's okay.
Now
that
you're
makes
just
sense.
like, now I remember why I drank whiskey instead.
No, I like mixing it up.
Yeah.
I like doing the change up. I think the problem with rum is that I can make it way stronger than I can with the whiskey. Oh, we gotta... Oh, I gotta figure out how to, like, what liquor we're gonna bring to the convention.
What liquid?
Liquor. I'm curious if Kyle's gonna bring apple cider or apple pie. I don't think he's going to. He has to go to Wisconsin just to get the liquor for it.
Really? You can't get Everclear here?
You can't get Everclear of that proof.
Oh, right.
You can't get 90, like the 90, or the, was it 180 or 190 proof one here? I can't remember whatever the one is. You can't get it in here, so he has to go across the border to get it.
The border. You're sneaking across the Minnesota-Wisconsin border.
There is an actual law in the books that states, I can't remember which it is with Canada or Wisconsin, but one of them states that you can't cross the border with a goose on your head.
Well, then I'm in trouble.
And then the other state then says you can't cross it with a duck on your head. There is an actual bridge. Hi. Hello, Shooting Star.
Yes.
No, there was there's an actual like bridge, I guess, that if 3 or more Indians are seen crossing it at once, you are legally allowed to shoot them.
Oh.
That's still in the books.
Oh, they need to take that out of the book.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure that then they would say, yes, you can, but murder still counts. So,
like, just take it out of the book,
no,
though.
it's
Why
probably
is it
because they
even
were not
there?
considered human at that point,
Yeah.
but now they are, so then they would fall under different statutes.
Yeah, but still,
But
take it out.
there is, you cannot drive down Main Street in a red car. That's still in the books.
There is a lot of like studies that show that the color of your car can increase or decrease the number of times you get pulled over.
There is also a law that upon the statement of the word duck twice, you may not state goose.
That is a terrible law.
That is definitely a law.
There is also a law in the books that hot dish is not real, and you should refer to anything that you might consider hot dish as casserole.
No, that's called hell. Dexter's Laboratory. So Now, Dex Laboratory was good. I think that's kind of is that before the time I'm thinking, because like Dexter's Laboratory was kind of in that transitionary period, at least in my head.
I would consider, if we're talking about shows that have like progressive storylines, Dexter's Laboratory, it had an overarching thing, and they added things sometimes that I would still consider it a episode to episode.
Which do you think is better, Dexter's Laboratory or Invader Zim?
Invader Zim.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
he's in the new Nickelodeon game.
Neat.
See that game?
I saw like people talking about it. The thing about Dexter's Lab too is Dexter's Laboratory had essentially two dividing lines, where there was the first few seasons of Dexter's Laboratory, which was really, really good, and then everything after that, which is really, really bad. And essentially the entire the animators, the writers, all changed. The only thing that stayed the same were the voice actors.
Well, that worked with Pony. The voice actors stay the same, but a lot of the writers changed.
A lot of them did, but they pretty much, at least following Megan McCarthy, kind of everything after season 3 kept it all. She basically oversaw all of it, so it didn't change too much. And she was on from the beginning, so.
I think each guys picked up Venture Brothers. Oh, yeah, I heard they continued. As long as it's good. You can have a good show continue, but it's whether or not it continues to be good. I don't like it when they continue something, but then they just bastardize it.
Well, they were only getting out like one season every 3 to 4 years of Venture Brothers.
It is legal to have sexual relations with a porcupine in Florida. I've heard that one. That one is understandable because apparently in Florida you need to be much more detailed in your laws. For the Florida man. And actually, the whole reason Florida man's a thing isn't because Florida is weirder. It actually probably is a little bit. But the main reason is Florida laws regarding the publication of police reports is much more lax, meaning that any news place can pick up any report and it's not as hidden. So they can just publish whatever the hell they want.
Why specifically porcupines, though?
So the reason that I always loved that one was because you don't come up with a law out of randomness.
Yeah.
Because somebody did something. And who did something?
Like, I want to know not only who did something, but who felt strongly enough about it that they had to, like, put a stop to it. Was there, like, just some dude across from this other dude's house?
Normally animals
just molesting porcupines.
Yeah, normally animal. There's already laws in regards to all animals. So to be specific about it was like, somebody was like, but no, they don't count. And they're like, we're going to be specific on this one. It's the famous, like, bad laws or weird laws that are still in place are always hilarious.
It's fun. Sweet Belle. I love watching this animations just because the more you bring the character to life, the more adorable it becomes. And it's a progressive thing that is pretty darn great.
She's saying stupid chicken. She's making fun of Scootaloo.
Well, she should be nice to Scootaloo.
And she's only middle CMC.
I mean, freaking Sweetie Belle here. She's got like 2 houses to live in, and Scootaloo barely has 1.
Yeah, his sister's like low 20s and like bought her own house.
Yes. I always, my headcanon was Rarity was always the oldest because it just made the most sense in my brain because she already had established.
Being mature she's more mature, but well, I don't know. Actually, she's not that mature.
I think the one big giveaway is they do the one time they mention a character's age, it is Sweetie Belle, and that they show her 5th birthday party, and at that birthday party, Rarity's already full grown. He's already a full grown horse. So Sweetie's like 10 or 11 here. That would place Rarity probably in her mid-20s, which feels a little older than the rest. That's just my brain. Over analyzing a children's show.
You know what that's called? The brony fandom.
Yes, pretty much.
When people see something they enjoy, they want to talk about it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
bronies
of course.
love to talk.
Well, anybody loves to talk about the thing they enjoy. If you show me somebody who doesn't have something they love to talk about, I will show you somebody who probably isn't, like, a very happy person.
What if they're mute?
Well, then they'll sign it. It's still talking.
It's communicating.
Yeah.
I'm thinking talking is verbalizing.
I'd have to look up. I don't know.
That stupid chicken.
I'm gonna go look up the definition.
So in here, I need to have her do a little bounce up before coming back down. And I was thinking about reducing her motion afterwards, but what I can do instead is, or about increasing it in the middle, I can probably just reduce it. So I'm just going to take like this little part at the end here and do that. And we're gonna grab here. And instead, I'm going to take a part just beforehand, let's say right here. And we're going to relock that. We're going to play head. Oh, not. See, this is why I usually do a copy, because I would have removed the mouth there. But I'm at least pretty good about double checking here what I'm checking.
I'm gonna look up weird laws.
There was one law in a place that stated that if you're driving a car down the road and you hear a horse coming, you must immediately pull your car over and hide your car. If at any point while the car or while the horse is passing, they feel spooked upon the presence of your vehicle, you must disassemble it immediately.
The whole car?
Yes.
That is aggressive. Somebody just didn't like cars because they're spooking their horse.
But who's driving their car down the road and hears a horse coming? I can understand it when your car was like, God knows how old. But even then, it was probably
they were probably louder than they are now, like way louder.
Yeah, that's called politicians writing laws without thinking about it.
Well, that's somebody writing a law because their horse got spooked one too many times and they got tired of it, and they want you not only to pull your vehicle over, but if you spook their horse, they want you to destroy your vehicle because they hate you.
Well, isn't that part of being a politician? Hating people, loving money?
That's using your power to like.
Isn't that what politicians do?
It's to basically have things your way.
It's connecting the past and the present. This is Edward Elric tried to live in Utah. Because of all the sand or something? Thank you for the follow, werewolf. Werewolves with an agenda. Oh no.
In Nevada, it's illegal to drive a camel on the highway.
Damn it.
Yep.
Well, that's one of the many laws I've broken then.
For sure. Apparently in Idaho, it's illegal for a man to give his sweetheart a box of candy weighing less than 50 pounds. That's a lot.
50 pounds?
50 pounds of candy.
Well.
In Alabama, it's illegal to wear a fake mustache.
How do you drive a camel? With spurs.
Yes. It's illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church in the state of Alabama.
Oh no, John.
Oh no. I'm gonna rip it off.
Remove that mustache, sir.
In New Mexico, it's a law that idiots may not vote. This is all it says.
I feel like there's probably more an elaborate writing.
Yeah, but that's just boiled down to idiots may not vote.
Probably stating that's like somebody that is mentally incapable of something that can just be summed up to idiot.
Yeah. But I like the just. Let's see. I'm only gonna read like the stupidest of the stupid at this point. Uh-oh, a lot of people are in trouble. In Tennessee, it's a crime to share your Netflix password.
That, to me, I believe is becoming a more popular thing, which I kind of have to go on Netflix's side on that. So,
well, stop it. Because I need to borrow my parents' password.
I have my own.
I'm already in trouble in Utah. It's illegal not to drink milk.
Not to drink milk?
Yeah, you have to drink milk.
What is
in
the
Utah.
frequency?
I don't know.
No, okay, some of that is bullshit. I don't know where you get those from. Because there's no way they can enforce it.
No, these are dumb laws that were probably put on the books by some weird person at one point in like 100 years ago.
It's probably like the couple cities where there's like two people and the husband was mad at the wife. And like he's the mayor. Drink your milk. Well, I'm not going to drink my milk. Well,
no, it's law.
No, you're going to go to jail if you don't. And the jail is just like the shed.
Oh, here's a horse-related one. In South Dakota, no horses are allowed in the Fountain Inn unless they are wearing pants.
They probably pooped everywhere.
And so Lyra's good. It's the only horse who can go into this inn. Like, that's very specific.
Is she wearing pants?
Sometimes she wears pants.
Sometimes, but...
My plushie's wearing pants. So there you go.
Does she want to wear pants?
Of course. I forced her to, so she wants it. Wear pants.
That's a clip right there.
No, the false was bad.
Forced her to. Oh, Kite did a stupid face. Let me get to the comments here. Hey folks, heard the car law when I was logging in. Yeah. We got some weird ones here from Mexico. That's accurate. Yeah, you like a lot of ours are the U.S. laws. I'm guessing internationally, at least, is just the same way. It's easier to put them in the books than to remove for the milk police. Roads are built for wagons and foot traffic, not dangerously fast motorized wagons. Yeah, there's a whole thing about jaywalking that came from that. On order special milk unit, the SMU. There is or was supposed law in Utah that it is illegal to fish from horseback, illegal to like pony and not like derpy.
You have to like derpy. Everyone must like derpy. That is law. But
you know how like I'm thinking about like they used to talk about indigenous people that like somebody from Europe would pop up on an island and they would say like, we're here to save your souls, we're bringing you Christianity, and they're like, what have you done? Like, we're saving your souls. Like, well, until you came here, we didn't even know you existed, and apparently we were fine. But now that you've stated this to us, we have to change or our souls are destroyed. Mm-hmm. If you didn't come here, we were fine. So where the ignorance of something would have been better off than the knowledge of something. I'm thinking of like that as long as they don't know what derpy is, they're safe.
No, I brought that whole thing up some religious individuals, and they basically told me that they started getting into like they're given a second chance. So they got it started. The person I talked to started
that doesn't come from anything.
No, they're just making it up on top of their head. So, but they have their defenses on.
No, that person did.
That person did.
But no, that was always an analogy I liked of regarding a lot of that stuff of how do you handle such situations type thing. But no, that's what I'm saying. It's with derpy. It's
no, but you know who derpy is, so you have to like her.
No,
so
but if you never known what derpy is,
it was a sad, miserable life before derpy.
You just walk into somebody's house and say, you ask, "Is Derpy best pony?" And they're like, "Who's Derpy?" And then you're just like,
"Yep, you should have known."
It's execution immediately.
See, there's one law in here for Florida that they have marked as a stupid law, but it's actually a law that's not stupid and it is enforced. That's in Florida. Doors of all public buildings must open outward.
That's not a stupid law.
That's not a stupid law. That's
on stupid laws?
No, it's on for stupid laws.
No, that's not just Florida. I thought most states had that.
Like, it's the proper way to do it, because if you have a heavy wind, so especially in Florida during a hurricane, if you have a heavy wind and you have a door that opens inwards, it'll blow your door open.
Chicago fire.
Yeah, and that too.
It's the fires that really spurred that, because everybody piled in at doors and they couldn't get out of the building because it was only opening in. So everybody piled against it, and the massive amount of people legitimately couldn't open the door, and many people died.
Yeah.
So no, you're talking an inconvenience of, oh no, there's a breeze.
Well, I'm talking about a hurricane and like it busting the doors open.
Yeah, it might be that's in there for a different reason.
But no, whoever put that down as a stupid law, that's not a stupid law. That's good construction.
I have no idea what weird laws for my state. Yeah, there's some weird ones if you want to look it up. I need a pony though. I need it for the stupid face. I did remember it.
We were just talking about Lyra.
But no, I'm not. But you're coming up with that. You're talking about Lyra. That doesn't count.
Fine.
I need a pony.
I need a pony, Chad.
Give me a pony.
Look up another dumb law. North Carolina, it's against the law to sing off key.
Thou shalt love and adore the derby. Thou spurn the best pony. Thou shalt burn in everlasting fires of sin. Little Pip. Oh, that's a different one.
Yes.
Okay. Gosh.
Oh, wow. In Illinois, you can be arrested for
Illinois. I love how it's not Louisville, it's Louisville. Yeah, but when it's Illinois, it's Illinois.
Illinois.
When do you put the S in, Michael?
Illinois. It's got an S on it. What do you want from me?
Louisville has an S in it.
It doesn't matter.
Hypocrite.
So, Illinois. You may be arrested for vagrancy if you do not have at least $1 on your person.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass.
So you better keep that dollar in your pocket.
Stupid chicken's ass. Stupid chicken's ass.
I didn't know what it means to be a vagrant.
Okay. So to make sure whether or not I had to recover anything there. So, okay. Saved. Oh, right. Let's get the little Pip in here.
That's enough for stupid laws. Till next time.
Ah, that's why I crashed. Okay, so I have to just search this a little different.
I still love how you've taken such pride in your Rainbow Dash drawing that it is one of the few things on your desktop.
No, anything that I've done in the most recent that I'm going to need the more recent and I just haven't sorted into a place yet is on my desktop.
Sure.
I haven't put that anywhere yet because I just don't have a place for it yet. Everything is kind of in set folders for where it should be.
As soon as the stream ends, he's going to shut it down and he's going to open up that picture and he's just going to look at it and it's like, who's the, no, not that picture. Why is that on your desktop?
Because I don't know where the fuck to put this.
In your recycling bin.
Nope, it's right there. It's big soup.
You can put that in your
so
recycling
excited
bin
for soup.
And you
There's soup. It's chicken noodle. Oh, he likes chicken noodle.
Why do I look like I have one single large nostril?
You do. Well, you're not talking about the immensely big brain time moment you're having.
My brain is
in your ear. That's kind of
big,
like merging,
and my just extra wide head.
That's big. Okay, so I'm just gonna search Pip instead. So something that starts with LITT and is the first option that comes up is what's crashing it. So I just had to search for something else.
Pip.
All right. No, we gotta go with Ultimate Pip because she's dirty.
Oh, she is dirty, Pip. I do like that Pip, but was there any point in the book where she wasn't wearing her Vault outfit? I don't think there was. I think she pretty much just.
I mean, there's probably certain times in which she would have it off, but in most situations, she would have it on.
Yeah, I think she just wore it everywhere.
Like I said, that law makes no sense because when I say it's pretty much a desert, but here it is considered an offense to hunt whales. Yeah, don't hunt whales in the desert.
Desert whales are a rare species. They'll go extinct.
It was big soup time. So what we're gonna do here is so Michael, I'm gonna go use the restroom, and you're gonna do the stupid face.
I'm only somewhat tipsy at this point.
So we're gonna let you have your moment. I didn't use it as much as I thought I was going to. So
You just need to pee real bad.
I have Michael takeover turned off for now, so I can get work done. So so you have your small moment.
My small moment. Okay.
Warm chair.
It always is, and I'm gonna keep it warm for you. Back any minute. So, gonna put this on Pip. We'll return. No. Coming back to us.
What did you do to her?
You can have your chair back now.
It doesn't even fit.
No.
Did you just sneeze on his stuff?
Do I? No. No sneezing. Why are you
Oh my god! What did he break? What did you break?
I didn't break anything.
What did you break?
No and no. Why?
I didn't notice.
Why you
Go
do
back.
this?
What did he do?
No, I love you.
Did you?
I sneezed all of your stuff, broke stuff, and had time to put that mask on Little Pip.
I'm gonna have to watch.
Oh, and like the 10 seconds were gone.
Thank you very much, Nolan, for the bits and the warning.
Yes. It's for all the derps.
Because we know that he's a very evil man. He's like got like veins in it.
Very creepy, man.
Little Pip.
Pip.
It's excited rabbit.
Typical bouncy.
It's a speedy rabbit. You know, this kind of reminded me of like Donnie Darko.
Well, yes, the creepy rabbit face. Like, that is a creepy mask. What is that even from?
You loaded it.
I did.
Why is there like veins everywhere?
I don't know. I didn't make it. Not that talented. It's just like just in the time it took you to pee.
I'm gonna guess that this is in the mega pack. Yeah, it is. So that means SBMP. So MP is probably multiplayer. So what would SB be? The mask was a multiple pack that a lot of stuff came in, and it included a lot of other games. Well, actually, it says BM3. I don't know.
Bug accessories. That like a what was that game with all the masks? The Payday.
No, I don't think it's Payday. Payday would. This doesn't look like a Payday mask.
It was like Bloody Massacre. What was that one game where it was like, oh no, Little Pip, she gone.
No, if it was Payday, it would actually show on the inside. If it was, and this has a tongue. I don't know where it's from because, there's some Arkham Asylum games that are mixed into the mask, and that one I know because they actually say Gotham on it, so it's easy. But you know what we can do.
Hello, Spike.
Hello, Spike. This is Michael doing Michael things.
I had to do something in this short period of time. The little head on that body is very entertaining. Oh, little Pip, she lost her head. Now how will she see?
Look. It's Widow Pip.
Oh, hop up. She's like, my soul is empty. There's nothing left.
Crash in 3 seconds. Oh, it's not loading. Damn. You just searched rabbit, but why is it all capitalized weird?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anything I click is going to cause it to crash. So I need to look for the one I'm looking for. I can't. I don't see it here. Ah, there it is.
Eat an eyeball.
It's Spooktober, so we need to make it spook.
I remember that. It's TF2, isn't it?
Yeah, it's TF2. That's why I was looking for TF2 specific, specifically knowing that that's what had it. Does it make it worse?
Yes. You look so concerned. Like, I just found out I have cancer. The rabbit. That's perfect.
I can't open its mouth. You know what? Yes, I can. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh wait, no. This pit bottle doesn't have a jaw. Yeah.
Does the pit bottle not have a jaw?
It has an open and close, but it doesn't have a jaw bone. Oh. So I can't grab the. I was gonna grab the bone and just shove it in front of the mouth there.
I feel like that's something right out of Sweetie Belle's nightmare.
Well,
Like,
let's make that a reality.
I feel like whoever decided, like, oh, I want to see little Pip because she's adorable and I love her and I want to give her hugs, and then this happened.
Well, they should know
that
what to
probably stopped watching because, like, I can't.
They should know what to expect. You know what though?
Hmm.
Don't blame me. This is fucking all you.
I loaded in a mask and I put it on Pip. You made her head disappear.
He's.
Oh, sweetie. Candy and eggs. Delicious. Delicious.
She walks right up to her and it's like
I love pineapple and grief. I see soul and I see the people you've murdered. I see the bomb. Can't escape. No.
Michael. Boop. Boop.
No.
Boop.
It's still adorable.
Boop.
Mostly for Sweetie's part. Oh no, don't look over here. It's like, I've seen your sins too. I'm too quick. I'm giving nuzzles. This is the one true ship. Sweetie Belle and whatever the heck that thing is.
You know, this just says like pure sadness, or like, this is the face I'd probably give if, like, say I was really hungry and I dropped my sandwich.
That would be sad, but like, no, worse. That's the face you have when you've like, it's not a sandwich, but it's a steak, and it just slid off your plate and it's on the floor now, with all the rest of the food. Like, cause the sandwich is recoverable. You can like dust off a sandwich, right? Like, if you dropped a sandwich and it stayed all inside the bread and it was just on the floor, would you still eat that sandwich?
Is it toasted?
Maybe, maybe not.
If it's toasted, it depends on the floor, and if it's bread, like, maybe touched for a little bit. If it's non-toasted, no. That's absorbent bread. That's gonna pick up everything.
What if I have a burrito and it's like stays all wrapped up?
Well, then what the hell kind of burrito was that?
A good, well-wrapped burrito.
Oh, well, I was gonna say a good one. No. No.
Like, if a steak fell on the floor, I would... I would still eat it.
Well, no, but your standards don't count.
Now, what I would do...
You can't even see you right now.
Like, a sandwich, I would brush it off.
Why is your microwave over there?
You moved it.
No, I didn't.
To go pee.
Yeah, and then you didn't move it back.
Well, you still moved it. Anyway, I would brush off a sandwich. A steak would actually be easier, because you would just rinse that off on the faucet and then put a little bit of seasoning back on it, and you're good.
Why you're only worried about the flavor, nothing with anything else. You're worried about whether or not it's safety, not that the fact that you're probably consuming all of the things that you just cooked into it.
Like, I think mashed potatoes would be harder.
So let's say you dropped a steak on the floor, and it definitely picked up some hair and some.
That's why you run it under the faucet. You run it under the faucet, and then you like cook it for another couple seconds. Re-put seasoning back on it, and you're good. Like, you don't have to throw away a whole steak
live with this thing
just because you got a dust bunny on it. Come on. That's a waste of food.
You know, this is why anytime that he's cooking, I have to watch. Because...
Like, if it was like, see, I would be devastated if it's like spaghetti, because you can never get all the stuff off of spaghetti. If you scoop it back up all into your plate...
It sounds like you tried, though.
I would, like, maybe try to skim the top that didn't land on the floor. Like, if there was spaghetti that didn't land on the floor, I'd try to, like, eat that. And then, like, leave the stuff that touched the floor on the floor for cleanup later. But, like, a steak's easy. There's no excuse to throw away a steak. Wait, is there fire?
You said to kill it with fire, so...
You do need to kill it with fire.
So, wait.
I feel like it wouldn't die. I feel like it would just persist. Look at her, she's being so smug. Poor little Pip. She's such a good pawn. She doesn't deserve this.
I have a button for it, but it's easier. I just like this song because it just works out well for this. Oh, this is like some weird version, so we're not going to do that. We need to find the original. There we go.
Your nostalgia is showing.
Oh, so here we go. I'm going to do this. That. And then...
Oh no. This is amazing. It has spawned from the deepest bowels of hell to give you licorice.
Where is this?
Black licorice. I just like it's Sweetie Belle's silhouettes just in the background behind the flame. It's just like through the fire and hell, the brimstone, the souls of the horses, they suffer. And also, why Spirit Airlines? It's perfect.
Okay. There we go.
It's amazing. You did it.
Yeah,
You succeeded at memes. Oh no! Like, Sweetie is epic mode.
Sweetie is definitely fine through this whole thing. There is nothing wrong with her. She should be very, very fine.
Sweetie Belle is the master of hell.
She's fine.
She's like, oh boy, that's hot.
She's fine. She's like, ah!
I'm just imagining Sweetie Belle stepping through the fire like Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII. Just, you're gonna kill a bunch of people, as she does.
No, this is the one feature that I wish Windows had. If I select a bunch of things, I right click and say group, it auto groups everything together. I actually try doing that in Windows all the time because of SFM, and it doesn't work, and I'm sad. Your boss music in the background. I do have like I think it's under. No, it's not under this one. It's this one. I do have some boss music type stuff. No.
I just want a scene where you have this crazy, amazing boss who's like spitting fire and has swords and 7 arms, and then as he's attacking you, it's just the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. It's some crazy epic battle.
Some battle music. It's not boss though. It's kind of boss. No. Oh, so actually there was a couple features in 15 AI that you might not have noticed.
I haven't noticed any of it.
That I found was hilarious.
It's down. Oh, it's back up.
He said it was only gonna be out for an hour. So one of them.
It has a question, girls. Sans, yeah. Wait. It's just gonna be.
So no matter what you put in here.
Yes.
So lol, I am Michael, lol. And if you generate it, it's always really quick because it just gives you the same thing. It's just and it's always 100% confident. The other one that's really funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it just sends back nothing.
It sends back nothing.
Yes.
And it just does nothing.
It's just like, good job. You did it.
Yeah, so I like those. Those are pretty funny. I haven't really done any of the others because I don't know enough about some of these other characters.
I would think Equestria Girls could just.
2001: A Space Odyssey. Oh,
that's kind of neat. How many thousand? That one's probably a pretty easy.
What was the name of the guy from the show? Dave?
Yeah.
Is it Dave?
I can't let you do that, Dave. Yeah, that's That's right. It's clearly been loaded up with my brain. I like how Twilight is the
3.4 minutes.
mascot.
This is probably not going to go very well.
I can't let you hurt Turkey, Dave. You must be punished.
I wouldn't think you would need a whole lot for.
Oh,
I
that's
can't let you hurt Turkey, Dave.
really bad. Yeah, that doesn't work so well. Nonetheless, I like Face Punch is the one that came up with that though.
Punch you in the face.
No, but I like this little like fun little things they put in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
He definitely has a sense of humor.
I had that. So
You're not going to delete it. You're just going to hide it.
no, it's
That
always
is-
works. I always just hide. It's always in the what the fuck folder.
course.
Oh, Shell wins by doing absolutely nothing. I love that. It's so fun. I think it's great that he did that. It sounds like music from Final Fantasy. I want to say Final Fantasy VIII. Yes, good job, Kite. Yes, it was. I love the intro from Final Fantasy VIII. To me, it was one of the most influential. And actually, just to me, other than Final Fantasy 15, which had a really good opening, Final Fantasy VIII probably had one of the best openings of any Final Fantasy.
It was pretty good.
Because 7 really...
Its opening was
Final Fantasy
iconic
6.
in that we all remember it.
Final Fantasy 6's opening to me is one of my favorites.
I don't even... Oh, with the mechs.
Okay, yeah, it was a little of the story, but the mechs running over a snow hill at that period of time with technology, with just the beautiful Terra song playing, was just a glorious way to transition. Other than the fact that where they went between those 2 points didn't really make sense. But anyways, it was a beautiful little scene. It was very simple. 7 or 8 had a super cool song put with a super cool little fight scene that led all into it gave you all the information you needed to get started on everything. I think that was a great way to mix everything together. And once you actually go back and watch it, you beat it, it's even more info that you can pull out of it. Then 9 really didn't have anything.
That was fine.
10 had a cool cutscene, but I really wouldn't consider it that great. I don't know 11. 12,
11
no.
was
13, meh.
nothing.
But 15, where they're like, when it gets started with all of them pushing the car together, and then it looping back to being that's how the game ends too. It's not a spoiler, but just like where they all grow together and they become together, and then at the very end they add more to the initial scene while playing like a redo of a cover of "Stand By Me," or not a "Stand By Me."
I was gonna say,
what was it?
Stand by me
that'd be
when
good
you're
too.
not strong.
No, but they had a great cover song with it, and so it was just 15 had a great way to make the beginning mix with the ending. So. The opening was awesome. Yes, it definitely was.
I will say Final Fantasy VIII was the first Final Fantasy I ever played. And the reason I played it...
Then why is 7 bigger to you?
7's bigger to me because I thought it had an overall better story. And it was the second one I played. Like, visually, it was nowhere near as good as 8.
8 was kind of convoluted and complicated. It had a good story, but like with most Japanese RPGs, you had to look up some information to get the full thing.
8 was a little bit more heavily on the romance. Yeah, it was a little bit heavy on the romance side of the story, which, I mean, as a kid, wasn't as big of a thing for me.
Yeah, but the Eyes on Me song and stuff, it had some... Every Final Fantasy has a couple snippets of music that become the best in the fandom.
Yeah.
And it's always cool because it's like going to the concert and you're getting a little bit from everything. You're not getting it because they had to fill something for that game, but because that's legitimately a great song. Seeing like the 8 opening, it's...
I do.
What is it? I forgot the first word. Yeah, Liberi Fatale. That song live, fantastic. It's so good.
I will say that when I was younger and saw the commercials for Final Fantasy VIII on television, which is what got me to buy it, seeing the cutscenes, like those were way ahead of anything else that had come out at that point. Like, the cutscenes for Final Fantasy VIII were like crazy high resolution. They were just beautiful. The models were far higher polygon or whatever.
It was a huge step up from 7.
It was a huge step up from anything else at the time. And I remember thinking to myself at that moment, wow, that looks amazing. How could they possibly ever top that?
We always think that.
Well, now I've learned better. Like, they'll always top it until we can't tell the difference between real and fake. But they're kind of pushing that.
One of the reasons I like playing Control was the mix of live action cutscenes.
Yeah.
Or not cutscenes, but where they're having story elements where they had an actor actually portray the character. And there's a lot of that. And I love when games are able to make that work. Borderlands kind of does it, but that one is such a stark difference in like visual quality. It's meant to be that way, but it's so different that it kind of is jarring.
I kind of feel like we've gotten to a point, and I might be eating my own words 10 years from now. I feel like we've gotten to a point in graphics where they don't matter as much anymore.
No. Well, I would say that the graphics quality doesn't matter anymore. Graphics matter, but it's the artistic interpretation and the what you're playing that matters more now. Because we're at a point now where frame rates are becoming a bigger thing, because any improvement in the quality of a game is going to be so inconsequential and small compared to for the payoff. You can make something twice as detailed and twice as performance intensive, but if nobody notices that it's twice as much, then it's not worth the cost.
Unless you're like aiming for ultra realism, which is fine if you are in a video game, if that's what you want. Graphics don't really need to go past where they are now. Like they certainly will, and you'll see more and more ultra realistic.
No, I hope they go up more.
Games.
Having, to me, the higher performance and higher detail stuff are for VR, because those are the ones that have to dumb down the graphics and everything because of the fact that you're playing 2 video signals, and the frame rate does matter, because you can't like play a game like that at 20 FPS.
I don't know any game you'd want to play at 20 FPS besides maybe old Super NES games.
Solitaire?
Sure.
No, there are games that would work for it, but once you go like 144 hertz or higher, you can't go back. It's so nice. I love my 144 hertz monitor.
I kind of feel the same way about watching things at my 4K. So I would never want to. I've gone back to 1080 a few times on that monitor just to kind of go back, and I hate it. Anything besides 4K, I hate. No,
anything besides the native resolution of a monitor, because anything besides the native resolution is going to have like softening on some of the edges and stuff. So if you're at a 4K and you're downing it from 4K, yes, it's going to be annoying.
Yeah, like when I was streaming Fallout recently, I had to reduce it down to 1080 for the stream to work properly. And yeah.
You're using NVENC through your current graphics card. Yeah,
I was using OBS.
Well, yeah, but OBS was probably using NVENC as the encoder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
It basically I ended up not getting the whole picture unless I put it in 1080.
Well, no.
Maybe I had a setting wrong. I don't know. It didn't bother me that much.
You can make, because technically, the recorder that I have, I stream or I play in 2K, and it sends a 2K signal, and then it just converts that signal to a 1080 signal.
1080, yeah.
Because, there's a setting that's similar in OBS, but in video, its base canvas is 1080, this 1080, and then you just scale your video down to match.
Yeah. So I didn't mind playing it in 1080. It was fine.
You're not going to really notice too much of a difference if you're not wearing. Just take your glasses off. No, literally, that's a great way to make so you don't pay attention to it.
I wear my glasses so much now. If I'm not wearing them, it bothers me, because I didn't used to care that everything far away was blurry. I used to just think that's what it was, but now I know there's a better way. And I can't take them off much without being like, in the morning, if I'm just cooking breakfast or something, it's fine. But if I'm like in a room with a lot of text, like at work, on the walls and stuff, not being able to read it bothers me.
No, really, if I'm driving or if I'm walking around at work, I will put on my glasses. Or if I need to see a screen that's farther away, I'll put them on. But otherwise, I don't. There's actually one assessment I was doing at work where the screen is further away, and I still kept them off, because I could read it fine. He put big text on things, and I'd prefer not to wear them. That's why I want to get LASIK, so that I don't like wearing my glasses as it is, and I plan to get it probably in the next 3 to 4 months.
Really?
I have enough as my HSA right now to cover it all. So
I mean, it's not expensive anymore.
No, it'll probably cost me about $3,000.
I would need to get my eyes tested again, because I think I do need a different prescription, at least slightly. And I think the rule with LASIK is you have to have been using the same prescription. Like
I don't think it's a rule. It's going in and talking to them and then having them make the determination.
Well, they're going to want to know that your eyes still aren't like changing, because if they do and you get LASIK, then you could need it again.
No, if you like wearing glasses, all that for you. I don't mind wearing it for some things, but normally some of the things I don't like are, I don't like the glare that comes with them. No matter how clean they are, you're always going to get some kind of glare. There is a cost that's involved with that, and a consistent cost. So every few years I have to refresh them. Still, LASIK is more expensive, but I understand that. I feel like it's gotten me used to outside the near area, everything is framed. It feels like by taking them off, the world becomes larger to me, and so I want to get rid of the frames so that I can start feeling the world isn't just a television set anymore. Because that little line around the outside, it feels to me like it's controlling how I see the world, and that's just my way of seeing things. I thought about it years ago, but I wanted to wait until it became more safer and just a better market, and it's definitely there now. So
You pay like $2,000.
it's about $3,000 normally if you want to have it done decently. You do not go cheap on LASIK.
Dude, coupons for days.
If anywhere you go to that you bring a printed coupon you found in the frickin' mail is not where you want to go for LASIK.
Exactly where you go. It's like it's one of those places you go to. It's like half of the building's a Burger King and the other half is the LASIK place. That's the perfect place.
Quill sofas and LASIK.
Yes. It's like, hey, you here to get your car oil changed? No, I'm here for the LASIK. Jimmy, we got a LASIK guy.
Holy crap! You actually listen to
It's like, come on back. I got this laser pointer here. We're gonna do some eye surgery.
your LASIK comes with a free oil change.
Yes, exactly. It's perfect.
Well, you're in getting your eyes lasered. We'll give you a radiator flush.
That's right. You get 2 things. That's a good deal. You get your oil changed while you're in there. You save time. It's just a good deal.
No, it doesn't.
No, that's great.
No, I refuse. Like LASIK Plus is one where you can get it for cheaper, but all they do is they contract these like small little mom and pop shops around, and their warranties are crap. Everything's crap. So I've had a couple people that have recommended me like good reputable names that they have trusted and they've enjoyed the experience for, and they're warranted for life.
Look, if somebody says I can get a free chicken sandwich if I get LASIK with them, I'm taking the free chicken sandwich LASIK.
Yes, so glasses are a little cheaper on Zenny, but it's still getting eye exams and stuff. But it's mainly that I just don't like the limitation. I do not like wearing them, especially like wearing headsets all the time. It would go right amongst my ear little thing right here. I just do not like the compression that's with it. And I'm at a point now where my eyes are consistent. I have not had a change in my prescription, other than actually the last time I went in, they said I was overprescribed. And so they just tweaked it ever so slightly, which took me a little while to get used to for sure. But once I got used to it, I do feel it is better. But I went from like a super cheap place to like a nice place, and I feel like they just paid more attention to it. But I don't like, there's just things I don't like about glasses.
Speaking of super cheap glasses on Zenny.
Yeah, no, you got yours at Zenny's, and they're fine.
These are Zenny's.
No, I don't think that they're bad glasses in any way.
I would say with all the things I had added to these were still like without insurance, like $76. But that's still really good.
I've been wanting to go to Zenny to get sunglasses, but because I've been thinking about LASIK, I've held out. I used to have sunglasses, but I lose them all the time. I can keep track of one pair easy because they're on your face. But if I have two, I'm gonna lose the second.
This has been like my only pair of glasses for like 2 years. If I lost them, I would be in so much trouble.
Or you just go back to how you were before.
Blind and not knowing it. You were talking about like living in bliss without knowing things, and it was ruined the second I put on a friend's glasses and learned how blind I was. Like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be able to see things?
As part of my uniform, they expect the IT guy to look nerdy. Well, you can just get flat glass otherwise, but even then. Some people just look better in glasses, for sure, 100%. Like Michael, so some people just look better in glasses.
Wow.
No,
some people look better when their face is covered in fuzz.
So, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, so to me, sometimes it's an aesthetic thing. I just do not like wearing them. I want to get rid of them if I can. So, but again, like I said, I have enough money in my HSA to basically cover it. So I've been putting extra money in there, and that's like a 30% discount. So,
yeah, I'll admit I probably look better with glasses than without them, but they are kind of annoying. Like it's like you said, everything's just kind of framed, and the glare sometimes gives me a headache, and I'm constantly having to clean them. And
Yeah. Oh my God. There's some people I know that like they have glasses that are smudged fingerprints all over the place, and they just keep wearing them. And yours are
pretty smudged right now.
Wait, Michael.
No, I'm not using your. It's like using somebody else's like nose stuff. With your fancy nice.
I only use this for nothing other than glasses and my computer screen.
And blowing your nose.
So it's only filled with whatever's on my face and whatever I sneeze onto the screen. Whatever you sneeze onto the screen.
I didn't see that on the
Apparently,
screen.
Nolan, you've been sneezing all over my screen.
I used to keep a cloth in my pocket all the time, but then I kept losing them.
Surgery was developed in Lawton, Oklahoma. Oh. Ooh, she is.
That's the thing with glasses. You get a small smudge on them, and then your eye keeps trying to like focus on it, but not focus on it, like all day. But you don't notice it because it's super small, or you just barely notice it, and eventually that gives me a headache. Like, it's not fun. So I would prefer not to wear them, but then I get a headache if I'm looking at everything all day and it's blurry too. So. There's no real winning.
Like I don't have any problem with I get a headache if I wear it when I don't need it. Like right now, for the distance that I am to my monitor, perfectly fine. I can read everything 100%. I can read everything on this monitor 100%. I don't need to. It's fine. But if I'm like sitting on my couch watching TV, I'll probably wear glasses just because it's a 4K TV. It feels like I'm missing out on something if I'm not.
LASIK is something I'd probably consider eventually as well. I'd have to be consistent enough of on up here.
One of my main reasons is that I was holding off on it was my eyes I consider as sensitive. I do not like water in my eyes. I do not like anything in my eyes. And so the idea is if I were to get LASIK, well, hell, I'm going to have to deal with like somebody holding my eye open or putting some liquid in there or something. But supposedly they can help by like drugging you down a little bit on that. And so I think I'd be more okay with it. But that's again where you have free consultation. Just talk with somebody.
I would actually, if you do end up getting LASIK within the next few months, I wouldn't mind picking you up just so that I can show up a little bit early and maybe talk to them.
You probably have to schedule an appointment for it.
Yeah, I would just talk to them what they would recommend before I actually go through. Like,
that's why a lot of those places are nice. Is there's no hassle. So you go in there, you talk to them, and you figure out what's for you and what isn't. That's the idea I have right now. Is I'm just gonna go talk to them about it and figure out what's possible.
Like trying to clean my glasses, and then my finger slips and touches my glasses. It's a vicious cycle.
Okay, so let's see how this looks.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass. The stupid chicken's ass. Kick that stupid chicken's ass.
Okay, now they're just super glary.
Sometimes you have to do it a couple times because if it's really, really greasy, it's just spreading around some of the greases there. The alcohol that's in there is supposed to help clear it out, but it's only doing so good.
I'll be doing this the rest of the time stream. Just
messing with Michael. He was a good boy. Yes. Good boy.
Am I good boy? No, I'm sad boy.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass.
Glasses cleaning boy.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass.
Give up. I'm just gonna be blind.
It's about you. When you do this, I usually just spread it on really, really light, and then you kind of get it mostly dry, and then you let the rest of it air dry.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna have to air dry from here.
Because if you spread it too much, then all you're doing is you're starting to just like spread. Yeah, better than it was.
Yeah,
but also they are very cheap Zenny glasses.
It's not the glasses.
Well, no, the type of glass actually can help.
I got the anti-scratch and all that nonsense.
Michael looks like a dad when he has his glasses off. Yeah, and he looks like an older dad with his glasses on.
Like, hello, son.
Speaking of older dad. Daddy, you can go with me a drink?
I'll go get you some grape juice.
Okay.
Just
I can't clap my hands because it's too far apart. And there's a microphone.
There might be some apple juice.
You can make yourself some whiskey and apple juice again.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'm going to kick that.
You said it was pretty good.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass.
Okay, so we're going. Well, okay, I'm gonna restart because I'm already at 3470 on RAM. It's gonna crash any second anyway. But I'm going to go and see if we can add in some like impact noise because I want some of that like feeling of stuff passing through. Need to order a new fiber cloth. Lost mine somewhere and upset about it. Mine's actually pretty old. Actually, the one thing I need to do is I need to order a new face mask. I have one, but it has a vent on it, but it has fabric behind it, so it's not actually vented. It's not a straight pass through, but the convention requires that it has a vent with at least fabric. Well, that means that people are going to question me at every freaking corner. So just to deal with it, I want to replace it. So I got to do that. Then I got to get a griddle. So for the convention too. Who's that?
To kick that stupid.
Went in the wrong folder. Notice there's a little edge light that I could see there. There, now it's gone.
Stupid.
All right, let's go to some infect noises. The razor ones are expensive, but are so good. I don't find my glasses. Really? I mean, Razer has some nice stuff. I always felt they're very overpriced for what they are. There's some places where you're going to pay more and you're going to get really nice stuff. Razer felt like, to me, you're paying a lot more to get somewhat nicer, but not really what's... Like, I have a Razer keyboard. It's the Razer Ultimate keyboard. This, is it a Black Widow, I think? I don't know. I do like their keyboard. It's a very good mechanical keyboard, but now it's like been 8 years. I'm pretty sure I could find better. Very dark at the bottom, but no, I like the keyboards, but I feel like they're price wise, they're slightly overpriced for what they are. Heads up, this is probably going to be kind of loud. Impact usually starts with a buzzsaw. Oh, I didn't that time. Where's my buzzsaw?
Why do you need a buzzsaw? What's happening?
There it is. Anytime I used to type in impact, that would be the first thing. So every time, like, IMP to go.
Gotta always prepare to cut a pony in half.
So for one, I need like wood impact. There's gonna be two different impact noises. What tile? Metal tile. Flesh? No. That's usually very fleshy.
When the tomato juice comes out.
You in here, tomato juice.
Well, what else would it be?
One of the other voices you can do is the turrets from Portal. You can also get them speaking, and that actually works pretty good. It already sounds, or 15AI makes it sound kind of machiney, and when you add it with the ones, yeah, it works really well for those. It's a voiceover.
I don't hate you. Portal, when it first came out, was such an amazing game. But
well, it still is.
The thing that makes me feel old, though, is remembering that at my graduation and for college, one of the jokes somebody made, like they said, there's going to be cake after, and everyone's welcome to it, and somebody said, the cake is a lie, and everybody giggled. And that was like the big funny thing. And then I remember... That was like 2007, and I feel old. The game is old.
Yeah.
There are people probably watching this stream like,
Scream?
The Scream. This is the Scream stream. Because Halloween. You gotta like, you just put like a pumpkin in the corner. Spooky, scary skeleton. Scary skeletons.
Looking for like Her getting hit sound. This just literally sounds like a car. Oh, I don't need a voiceover.
That's a good one. I liked Impact 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Echoey.
Oh, those are good. No, not that one. I like Impact 4 more. What's Impact 3 sound like?
No, it kind of has an echo to it. I don't want an echo. I think that's going to be all the robot stuff. I'm just looking for a simple impact. Is there not just like tractor hits pony sound?
It's a little specific.
There we go. Let's do those.
Oh, that's
This is definitely the
Half-Life.
yeah, it's very much the one everybody knows, but the black ones, the Black Widow light with orange switches. I don't know what type of switches they are actually. It's from. God, what's the year on this? Let's get some like oil on there. Razer Black Widow Ultimate Z or RZ03. I was hoping they'd have like a copyright back here, but nah. I've had this one for most of the time I've been streaming, so probably 7-8 years.
A good keyboard will last a good long time. I have a Logixus keyboard, which are like super cheap Illuminate keyboards, but it's held up for like 5 years, so I'm not complaining.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken's ass.
Like, you don't really need, like, you don't need to spend a ton of money on a keyboard. I mean, they have those keyboards out there, they're like, it's $150 for a premium gamer keyboard. And it's just like, well, why?
Features I don't care about. Switches. I do. The quality of the switches, what the buttons do when you hit them, those to me matter. I remember when I first got this keyboard when I was streaming that there would always be people. There's 2 comments early on for streaming that for stuff, and one was my keyboard sound, and the second one was airplanes. I used to live closer to an airport, and I liked having my window open, and I was pretty close to a window. And so anytime an airplane went by, everybody in chat would go, "Airplane!" And it was like a meme thing at that time. But then in the winter, I would shut my window, but people would be very sad that there would be no airplane noises. So I would keep a YouTube video of an airplane noise on the side, and I would randomly hit play on it just so that people could get very excited that there's airplane noises.
Did you try your drink yet?
Yeah, it tastes very caramel.
Gave you my whiskey. You said you like change.
Well, yeah, but it does taste very different. It's very different. Because at first taste is like, Michael did something.
Well, I gave you my whiskey that I like to drink.
What flavor is it?
Honey.
Yeah, I can taste the honey. It's not bad. I mean, when you mix it with enough sugar and stuff, you probably can't notice the difference, but it tastes very artificial, though.
Think so? It's Jim Beam. Like the quality of whiskey.
That is the mass-produced of whiskey.
Well, mass-produced generally means they did well for themselves, right?
No, it means they're cheaping out because they're doing an economy of scale-wise. Speaking of which, anybody have a cheap mini USB keyboard? I do not. Would you say that they could use an airplane in the night sky? No.
You know, funny thing today, one of our friends, Draft, I work with him, he started singing that song. He started singing the whole, like, airplanes in the night skies are like shooting stars or whatever. He started singing it. I'm like, it's funny. You claim to be out of the fandom and then you're still throwing fandom memes at me. He's like, no, that's just a song. I heard it. I'm like, sure. It's like, and you just started singing it randomly. Maybe I did. Like, he's so full of crap. It's fun though.
I wonder if that'll work.
Stupid chicken. Stupid chicken.
Sound to work better?
I just love it. Just standing there like,
I'm going to kick
like,
that stupid chicken.
That's why they're cutting it off is better.
it's so good. She's just like, nope. Poor Sweetie Belle.
Chicken. Chicken.
We just have to make the door disappear now at the right time.
Has Jeff seen G5? Has he?
He's aware of it. If he has seen it, he would never admit it to me because he's basically somebody's like, I don't deal in the fandom anymore, and then he'll tell me like these long stories about the fandom, or somebody he's still friends with talking about the fandom, but he'll say not for me. So it's weird.
I can see him. All you have to do is find that one reference he makes.
Oh, like the whole thing in the night sky where he said he just started singing it at me, and I was like,
in his defense, though, he follows a lot of people on Twitter. He's going to run it across eventually. Yeah. There's nothing.
But then he tries to claim that that's not where he heard it from. He was just singing it because it's a song. Like bull. He follows it. He just doesn't admit that he follows it.
Yeah, that's my new favorite part.
That stupid chicken.
I just want to.
Oh, jeez. Let's put that on loop.
I'm going to kick that stupid.
It's coming. There it goes. It doesn't work in slow-mo.
Not as well. It's better when it's abrupt.
No. It's what matters is the frames, and so it's from here or from here. So this is one frame, then this is 2 frame, then this is 3 frame, and then this is 4 frame. So to me, it doesn't matter. It's fine.
I'm guessing you're just gonna make the drag the door down, and I'll just make it.
One thing, if I could change this angle, I would like to have this angle further over that way, but there's really no way to do that very well.
What happened to your hair?
Oh,
I've been hit by.
So right now, because so the interesting thing with SFM and Jiggle Bones is Jiggle Bones will only run if I'm letting it.
Yeah.
I'm holding shift, which means right now I'm manually saying where I'm looking, which means physics aren't working. If I hit play, they will, but because I'm holding shift, time is not running. So therefore, Jiggle Bones lock in place, and she looks like she just walked out of the shower with her curlers on.
Yeah, a little bit.
But as soon as I let go and I hit play, it'll fix itself.
Yay, instant hair poof.
Because physics need time. Without time, physics can't work. The whole physics equation has a T in it, so
it does.
Or make the door disappear. It does. Oh no, it doesn't. What happened to the door?
You gotta make the door disappear. The door's still there.
No, I originally had that animated. I must have accidentally moved it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so it must have got retimed by accident.
There you go.
There it goes. So I was trying to figure out what to do with the door, because the door was a complicated solution. I thought about just having it pull backwards and disappearing, but I wanted to kind of make it feel like it was going somewhere. So the idea was having it move forward and to go around the back of it. And it's only 1 frame, but that 1 frame is a lot, actually. It gives some kind of direction to things. And when we're watching a preview here, we're watching it at 50 FPS, which is very important to remember. 50 FPS is nearly twice as much, meaning that everything looks and feels different than the final will. But if I go and turn on lighting, it's now previewing at... Okay, I apparently didn't set up I was going to say, I thought I set up lights in this one. So this is now actually running pretty close to the finals FPS.
Looks good.
No, not really. Her lighting is not final. She has a very bright light behind her here. Her actual, corner light. I
still haven't actually seen the one building myself since you put it in. Thinking about the door.
I think this is the one. So what the main issue I have right now is her eyes are kind of dark. I would need to add a little bit of light to them. She also needs to have a little bit of a brighter rim on this side, because that window is right there, and its angle previously might have worked, but right now, no, it's not. And I think this one already has a purpose. Yeah, that's just to fill that area. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna load in a new light, and we're going to okay, we'll just go with that as it is, I guess.
She has ascended.
So the idea is I need to create a little bit of rim light on her side. I do not need any shadows. I just need some light hitting her from this side. Not much, but I'm going to leave it super bright right now so that I can determine positioning. She's not moving, which is also pretty convenient. So that, let's say that works. I do not want the light hitting the ground, which it is right now. So we're going to open this up, create an Uber light, drop the cutoff edge so that it cuts it off before, so I can hit her without the floor. That works. Make sure that that light is not getting cut off in a weird spot. It is, I think, cutting off at her head right here. Let's check. It kind of, no, it's not really. All right. So does this light work? Let's take it out of the light group and remove it. So there is this little light line right there. So we're going to adjust the cutoff by making it a little larger. So no matter what I do, it's going to have that little thing there.
Can you angle the light a little differently?
I can decrease its height ever so slightly. I'm bringing it in like that. I don't care about the bottom of the hoof. Normally when it comes to it, the ground is always going to be a little darker and the upper part of the body is going to be brighter. So if I make the brightness go all the way down to the hoof, it's now going to be of a very different contrast to the ground. So I usually don't like to have the light go to the ground anyway. So this is going to work. Yep, see, now it looks like it goes all the way down there, but if I have it go all the way down to the ground, now I got this light that hits all the way to the hoof, but then it goes to dark afterwards. That doesn't make any sense. But if I stop it before it gets there, then it's kind of a disconnect, so it's fine. All right, so it's got the bright light. I think that might be still a little bright, but it's actually not that bad. I think something like that might work. But at the very start of this is what it's going to look like. I feel like it needs to be slightly bluer just because of how that looks. I'm going to decrease the red on it just ever so slightly in the green. There we go. Yeah, maybe let's go with that.
Oh, I was thinking green.
Green?
Well, because I was just thinking about what all Windows used to be, like before, like modern processing. Like if you go back...
Modern processing?
Well, modern, like, glass making techniques. Like if you went far enough back, all Windows would have like a greenish tint.
Ability to stop time. I can reverse time. I can make time go any direction I want. You see this? You bring the pony back so that you can do it again. You can stop so that you can enjoy the moment.
Like, my sandwiches though. You just want to leave her food. Like, I wasn't finished.
She's like, all around me are familiar tractors.
It's kind of horrifying that the tractor's kind of like interface. Like she just lost an eye.
No, I don't care because this is. She's like this. If this is what you're going to see, it doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter, but I know, and it's horrifying.
I am concerned about the speed of it being too fast to where, like, we're seeing it without motion blur, and we also know what it is that hit her. I'm assuming that based on all the context that's given prior, that we would assume that it is tractor. So, because sometimes it's like, one of the challenges I feel with like doing a lot of this stuff is, you know what it is that you're seeing, but does the viewer know what it is that they're seeing? And is trying to get into the head of somebody that's context up to this moment is only 61 seconds. Nothing else after this is there. And I feel like I've gotten pretty good at thinking of that stuff. Ooh. It also gets so dark right there.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken.
Might not care enough, but
Ponies must have perfect lighting at all times. They
this
deserve
highlight?
no less.
I think this is built for close. It is. Okay. So we're going to rename this to right.
Yes, I'm afraid that Philly abuse is the theme of this video.
Yes, Alexander. Yeah. I'm not going to call it Philly abuse though that would definitely would remove the child-friendly portion of it. So, kind of tempting.
You're a monster, but you know what? We still love you.
Who's the one that decided that they should be ground up?
Pretty sure that was my evil twin. He was here not that long ago, and he was like me, but with a gray hair.
Warhorse?
Yes, Warhorse. Exactly. This is my natural hair color, guy. If you see a gray-haired version of me, it's the evil version who just grinding up fillies. So don't listen to him. Listen to me now. Big soup time.
So is this evil you or you?
I think that's just me, because I think my hair was dyed. I mean, evil me wasn't here. is what I meant to say.
And you could add that led to Jeep Rev sound right before it hits the door. No, I don't. If there's any sound beforehand, it gives implication before the action hits. I like the fact that it comes out of nowhere.
Abrupt, yes.
Being that it's implied that the tractor just rang the doorbell. So
I reached it.
yeah, I don't want to have for this one any implication it's coming. The only for Scootaloo I kind of did, but it was only the sound starts coming up just before it comes into frame.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. It depends on when I'm actually putting it together how I decide to mix the audio. I'm kind of at the point where I need to start focusing on the render parts. I haven't done any rendering for this part of the video. I did the second half, so I haven't verified it works yet. This one I haven't done anything because I need. Well, I did a render from here to I think here, and then here to here, but I fixed some things and I need to re-render it. That's why I did the pre-render.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken.
It doesn't get old.
Huh?
It doesn't get old.
It really doesn't.
And I love how for like that one frame you can see like this. And it's going to be a little different on the blur, so that's why I'm not worried about like I'm not making your face look surprised because it doesn't matter.
No.
And anyways, even if you were to look surprised, by the time that the pain and everything went from the entire body up through into the brain and to output back to the eyes, you're going to be like a mile away.
It's a horrifying thought.
I like the interruption.
Sweetie gets booped. Or bopped. Different.
I said booped.
It's bopped.
Oh, and here it says bopped. On this for today's stream, I said Squiddy gets booped.
No. He is getting booped very hard.
I mean, we can have her get booped.
I think my next Fallout stream's just gonna be called The Quest for Boops.
Here, okay. Here.
She got booped.
Boop.
Boop. Oh no! Her tail fell off. She didn't go with the tractor, she's just embedded in the wall. That's worse.
Oh, when I turned her, she's not actually locked to the tractor. That's why that did that. Okay. So I turned her, she turned all the way around there too.
I kinda like the idea that she just got plowed through the wall. She's got hit so hard.
I'm going to kick that stupid chicken.
Sir
alright,
Edward,
so
you don't know.
move this
I
side.
might be.
You might be evil.
I might be evil.
It's not a might situation.
I'll have to consult with my doctor as to whether or not I am evil.
No, there's if there is any person in this world that contains a large amount of evil, man.
It is true. I keep it in a jar, all the evil. And I use it on special occasions.
What?
That's where one keeps their evil, in jars.
I mean, I'm not gonna fight you on that one, but
yeah.
I want to know where you got that information.
It's information.
It's public. Go to Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's on there. The evil comes from jars. Everyone knows this. God. It's like... It feels like a commercial for like a makeup or something. I did like that in D5, the perfume commercial. This princess smells.
Le Pip.
You can smell too.
I like it was like Le Pip.
Le Pip.
No, that cup perfume commercial I thought was fantastic. Like Le Pip. Pip was that is out of all the characters that are in that group, Pip is the one that just doesn't make any sense. She followed them because they stole something, and she decided to follow them. There's nothing that implies why she's following.
She followed them because her sister was.
I know,
involved.
but does that mean that she has to be friends with everybody else, or because like aquamarine is her sixth favorite color?
She went after him because her sister. She was chasing after her sister, at least initially.
How does she know where her sister was?
She saw her leave.
She saw her leave, but did she follow them long enough to figure that out? In the middle of being hung up in the air.
I thought she used the dog to track her down. Little floofy dog with the legs.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think she did follow the dog.
She followed the dog. They used the one guy's badge. They
so
essentially
Hitch is the traitor.
So the dog was essentially sniffing down Hitch because the dog was like in love with Hitch.
No, like all animals are in love with Hitch. I liked that joke throughout the whole thing. It was such a good-hearted joke, and like they bring it up early on. It has no purpose, at least in the show at that moment. But I just find it so funny. Like when he's like talking to all of them in front of the city when it gets shown. It's so good. Little Pip and Le Pip. No, I think, and actually, so we were looking at information. Her other names. I believe she has other names, and so does the Queen, because I think in French, one of them basically was for like a sex slang word, or at least it was interpreted as such. So they gave it a whole different name. So she was
sense.
No, not Pimp Petals. Pip Petals. Yeah, of the languages to keep the characters, Pip is the only main one to have a different name than the two of them, likely due to sounding like a sexual slang term in French.
Mm-hmm.
Les Pip Petals.
I know one of the things that was confusing. I think it was Russia. Rarity's name was just Rah Rah. So I guess when they actually had a character that they started calling Rah Rah, it got a little.
Her hobby is social media and singing. Wow,
Yeah.
That's a sad life.
Yeah.
I like Pip because, well, for one, her song is one of the best. In there.
I like Izzy's song.
I like how Izzy's picture here is with the tennis ball.
Of course, well, people fell in love with the tennis ball. Oh.
It is, well, because of that picture, which is super confused at.
Yeah, well, that was one of the first pictures we got of the movie, was with her with the tennis ball. So, I even remember the two guards, like, that were in that picture, and people, like, shipping them, and, like, getting
one of the guards is one of the writers.
Oh, the voice? Yeah. That's kind of neat.
So, yeah, she's actually credited, because I was so curious, because looking at the credits for stuff, I'm like, who the hell is this? And yeah, it's one of the writers for the show, and they were one of the guards. It's kind of cool.
It's cool. Just like the tennis ball guard.
But they really had no voice acting stuff, or not much anyway, before that. It was mainly one of the main roles.
I mean, with the right coaching, you can do good.
The main thing about it is it's not just words, it's becoming a character there's a lot of people that want to like do voice acting stuff, but a lot of what I hear is just them making a voice, but you're not making a voice, you're making a personality. And that is the hard part. Is like who's the one that does Rainbow Dash and Applejack?
Ashley Ball.
To be able to pull off not just two voices right next to each other with characters that are talking in scenes together, not sounding the same, but also to pull off the personalities of them both, that's a voice actor.
Yeah.
That is somebody, you are not just a voice, you are a voice actor. You are becoming that character.
The best advice I ever heard, and it's not advice that a lot of people want to hear, is if you want to get into voice acting, at least within like the fandom, I'm not talking about like high level stuff, that's a whole other beast, but if you want to do it in the fandom, create content and then voice it. Like, it's a lot of extra work, but you can't be turned down for a voice acting position if you're the one creating the content. Like, if you wanted to, you could voice all these characters. You're not going to, because that would be a horrible idea.
Alamex?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's pretty much what he did.
He just voiced Celestia with the guy's voice, and
now that's Celestia.
No, that is the de facto Celestia. Yeah. So it's not about being, but it's because he gives it personality.
Well, it's just his voice.
I know. Celestia's voice is it's more closer to his voice than it should be.
Yeah.
Luna's is different, but no, he gives them personality. And that is what's in the character. The voice to me doesn't matter. He gives them a personality.
He does.
And like when he starts laughing, he merges the laughing into the voice. And
But that did kind of freak me out because I always heard the voice and I was like, oh, that's a heck of a voice he's given Celestia. What a silly voice. And then I saw him at a panel and I'm like, oh no. That's his actual voice.
I love his voice because it's just showing all it is him recording himself doing some fun, and I appreciate that.
But like I was for certain that can't be anybody's natural voice. But if you watch Celestia, like in any of the Olympics animations, that's his voice. That is what he sounds like.
And like
it's wonderful.
I don't want to badmouth VAs, but I get messages a lot where it's always people like, well, I'm a VA and whatever, but then when you actually look up information on them, they have nothing. Or there's no demo reels, there's no nothing. It's just somebody that's aspiring and they say, I'm a voice actor. And they throw that term around a lot. Or somebody that does do voice acting, but they have an immensely crappy mic that they record in a big echoey room. And it's like, even if you could do voices, there's no quality there. It's not too expensive to get like a shelter for your voice. You can spend like $30 and get something. Your mic is going to cost you more than any of that. So it's just, there's a lot of people in the community that want to throw around the voice actor thing, and it's every now and then I've gotten messages from some people that are legitimately good, but most of those have a reputation then because they've spent enough time around it that they've learned how to do it correctly, and that takes time.
Like if you got a message from Ellie Monty, that'd be a lot different than getting a message from some random person.
I don't mind if it's a random person. If anything, having a recognizable voice to me is less value than somebody that's not recognizable.
I'm a voice actor. You should let me do Sweetie Belle. I got this. What is happening? Oh, it's so cool.
Okay, hold on.
Why is her eyes all rolled back in her head? That's very creepy.
All the models start that way because they start at the human position because nobody readjusts them to a pony position.
Assume the pony position.
Okay, so
it's like, look.
Okay, so we're gonna do different emotions, okay?
Okay.
So first, we're gonna start.
This is my voice acting career.
This is a very happy Sweetie Belle.
Yes, she's very happy.
Hold on.
We're gonna
look at the camera. Okay, so we're gonna work. Okay, so you can go, Michael.
It's like hello, I am Sweetie Belle. I like candy, and you should give the guy sitting next to you $20 because no. Like, please, he's so poor he can't even afford socks without holes in them. It's sad but true. I am adorable. Do as I say.
I like how you start voice acting by saying it's like.
I was like, that's what cute things say. They say like a lot.
All right, no, hold on. Okay, now.
Like, you can say what you want about Valley Girls, but they're adorable. Oh, now she's sad. Oh, angry.
Okay, so now, angry Sweet Belle.
It's like, I am.
It's like.
Yes, so she's still a Sweet Belle. I'm still very angry. So angry that. Hold on, I gotta do a better voice. It's like, I am super angry little horse, and I eat your friends because they're delicious. Because you didn't bring in the newspaper like I asked. You should have done that back in 1996 when we got newspapers. But you didn't, so now you must suffer. I am Sweetie Belle, Lord and Master of all the potatoes. It's pretty good, right?
Now.
That was a pretty solid, dead-on Sweetie Belle.
Now sad Sweetie Belle.
Like,
It's like.
Yeah, I lost my puppy. He fell down a well, and then a cement truck pulled up to the well and sealed the well, and then a demolition team came and blew up the well. and then another dog came and they pissed on the rubble. And I think my dog might very possibly be very sick now. He is in tiny pieces at the bottom of a cemented well. And then the military showed up and they nuked the well. and then the sun exploded and took the well out. Just the well, but it was very sad. She's very sad.
I deleted her.
So do I get the job?
There's no job.
Darn it! Darn you, 15A. I taken jobs from amazing voice actors such as myself.
Goodbye, Spike. Thank you very much, Nolan.
Yay for the
I
turkeys.
obey the Michael. Yes.
No, we gave it $20.
They're very much Nolan. Thank you. Well, that's all Michael. That whatever the hell he just did.
The magnificent job. That's what.
Sure. Say Mega Derp. I wish I could make the alerts different sizes. I wonder if I can. No, I can't. If I set up two different alerts, they just merge into one. So, thank you very much. Yeah, that was. Hold on. We're gonna do. Oh, we can do it on this side.
A poll. Potato.
No. Anytime you do like answers like that, all it ends up becoming is that everybody picks potato.
Well, are you trying to get serious feedback?
Yes, I want serious feedback. Is Michael gonna be a VA?
Just type potato.
We need an answer. I got a yes. An
Which means
okay, we're gonna go two on ums.
It means ultra mega.
Ultra mega. Well, there's not. It's not a capital M.
Well, it's ultra mini mega.
Okay, so she needs to have her eyes be a bit more, like wide here. Okay, and then she's got a little bit of a dip here, so her eyes are probably going to be dropped down a little bit.
You do pay the coffees for voice.
Technically, he is. We pay bits to have him do voices. No, you do coffee.
Coffee
and bits are
different. Coffee's free. Oh no. A real professional.
No. No more bullshitting.
What?
So, okay, hold on.
Oh, so
All
I
right,
actually have to try.
Nolan, you pick a pony, and he has to try his damnedest to be as good as
It's
he
not
can
going to
with
be
that.
much better. If it might be worse.
You pick a pony, as long as it's one I have a model of. We're gonna give this bitch a voice.
It's not kind.
Well, I guess what is a female pony called? You know that
Mare.
that was kind of a stupid question.
Yeah, like how long have you been in this fandom?
Oh, yes.
Come on.
So Nolan, pick a vinyl scratch.
She doesn't talk.
Well, now you get to give her a voice. Technically, she has a fan voice.
She does.
Okay, hold on.
She will not have that voice again.
All right, so let's destroy your expectations. Oh, hold on. Kind of can see through there. So, all right, Michael, what does vinyl scratch sound like? It's like
Working on it. It's like, heck yeah, every pony, I'm Vinyl Scratch, your #1 DJ horse lady, and I'm here to rap a beat about pickles. Pickles all the time, pickles every day, pickles in the hay, pickles in the day. I rhyme day with day. I am not good at this. Pickles afternoons, pickles in the dunes, pickles in your hair, pickles in your underwear. Pickles! I am Rainbow Scratch, yay! I'm a cool horse, cause I got these cool shades and for days, got shades for days. You're made of mayonnaise. Did it.
bing bong.
Bing bong. That's why that word is banned. It was that song. It's that song that did it.
Okay. I'm gonna leave vinyl scratch because that was wrong. And Warhorse, I only read the my sister's pregnant thing at first, and that was really weird. Now the rest of it makes more sense. So that's good. Congratulations. I guess. I don't know. I've been an uncle for like 10 years, so
I would only really congratulate you, Warhorse, if you were somehow involved with a pregnancy, but then I would also be very concerned. So
this.
concern. That's my concerned emotion. Like, I don't want none of that. Push that away.
To bet. No, that was considered. Yeah, bing bong. That's exactly.
This congratulations on the baby.
I need to make a bing bong emote.
Bing bong.
Like the kid going bing bong.
Ooh. Bing bong.
Oh yeah, they do like the build up.
Ooh, they got the build up.
I can kind of do the camera track if I need to follow them for camera movement, but I have 3 nephews and 2 nieces, so I actually have 5.
Well, Warhorse is getting ready to be a proud father from everything I'm like seeing.
Oh, congratulations, Warhorse!
Yes.
Big old daddy.
I'm gonna be dead.
So, Sweetie kind of does a little forward motion here. No, she doesn't really do a forward motion. She kind of goes down, but I feel like there's something missing here.
He's not denying it. He's just laughing.
No,
It's fair.
no, he's learning.
He's learning.
He knows that our humor is about being stupid and not making any sense, and he's now just laughing with us, which is what it should be.
That is just my constant state of existence. I have no idea what's going on, and that's for the best.
There we go. Looking for that little like jerk forward just before she goes backwards. Now it's whether or not I can get the bones to match up with it. So these ones I might be able to get kind of to match up without much work.
No, I had my sister lay one of my nieces on me. Like it's like here, hold
What?
your like. She took the baby. And
Oh,
she
okay.
just, like,
There was some wording there that was a little weird.
no, she like laid the baby on me, and I'm like, no, make it stop. And she's like, oh, it's so adorable. I'm like, it's probably it will bite. It's poisonous. I'm pretty sure babies are poisonous. I'm pretty sure that if they bite you, you're dead. You're dead. You die.
Yeah, that little burst of the forward motion actually made a huge difference. Because without that, she just kind of like, it's like if you're on the ground and you go to lift something away, you're going to fall forward from the like momentum and everything. So by lifting it away, you're going to fall forward, and then by pushing, you're going to shove yourself backwards again. And so I needed something to push like that little extra oomph forward. It's technically not 100% accurate in any way, but it's much closer. I don't care about getting to 100%. It's I've said it before on the stream that like getting the first 90% is so much work, but that last 10% is not 10% of the work. It's like 90% of the work. So if you want to get to 100%, go for it, but you're going to be spending so much time getting there. So get as close as you are willing to, and then move on. Mr. New James Bond. I like that's good. James Gender Bond. Equality.
There you
go. Though that also sounds kind of like a porno.
It probably
James Bondage.
It probably is. Why did you watch a porno, Warhorse? You went to a public theater to watch a porno. What's wrong? How Pee Wee Herman got in trouble.
It's Werewolves in London.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't remember much about that movie, but there were like
a porno theater.
Yeah? I've only seen bits and pieces of that movie.
We saw it as a group.
Really?
Yeah,
like that. It was one of those movies where I was watching it when I was still living with my parents, and then they wander into the room, and you have to make it stop because it's not a movie to watch with your parents.
That was one of the old jokes in the fandom early on. It was like when you're watching My Little Pony and your parents bust in, so you switch to porn.
Oh no, there was a few times where I would like try to hide it like really early on that I was watching My Little Pony, to the point where somebody would walk in and I'd turn off my monitor.
Well, no, that was the joke where switching to porn was a better selection than watching My Little Pony.
Exactly. You'll need
so your liquor is much heavier than mine, so like it just sinks to the bottom, which implies to me it is immensely sugary.
Drink your slosh.
It is literally just twice as strong at the bottom than at the top. When I make it, it's all at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Because yours is just pure sugar.
It's gonna insult my delicious drink.
No, when I like it, I like different things. It doesn't mean that I go and piss at people's cup.
I'll save that for next time.
Babies contain toxic levels of infant tox.
Yeah,
sure.
They got that's very poisonous babies.
Yes. Don't let them bite you.
It's true. They will.
Okay, I want to see if I can find a video of this. So there was
babies eating people. They need to make that movie. We can make that movie. Night of the Killer Babies.
No, I'm not gonna find it off that. What was the name? There was a dragon game. It was like Dynasty Warriors. But it wasn't called Dynasty Warriors. Like a dragon game that I think Square Enix made, and that end of that game was weird, and had a bunch of babies. No, not there. I ended up doing like a PMV for it at some point.
I'm just imagining like a scene with a happy little baby crawling down an aisle, and then everybody's like running from it and freaking out, and then the baby just like leaps on them.
I never finished it, so maybe Drakengard. There we go. I want to see if I can search Drakengard babies. Yes. Like this game had some pretty neat cutscenes, but then like it had these like weird babies that like popped up with a big birthing mother at the end, and it's like, the fuck's going on? It made no sense. It was a fun game. It was basically I skipped it there. It was basically Dynasty Warriors, but with a dragon like creature. I don't
remember fighting giant babies in Dynasty Warriors.
What was the name of that old movie where it was like that one like guy that like made a blood pact with a dragon?
Dragonheart.
Dragonheart. It was Dragonheart meets Dynasty Warriors.
Neat.
It was a good game until the end. As soon as the babies popped up, everything went downhill, which is really an analogy for life. As soon as the babies pop up, everything goes downhill. Do you have money? Bye-bye. Apparently they bring happiness and like self-worth, but
money is pretty great.
Money is nice, and children are, what is it? I think the average right now is that through the entire life of a child, the 18 years, the average cost per child is $1 million.
Parents didn't spend $1 million on me. We ate like Vienna sausages and ramen.
Well, I'm pretty sure that as soon as you have a second child, you can start merging some costs a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you start sharing underwear.
Like most of my sharing underwear, all of my clothes came from yard sales growing up, including the
sharing
underwear.
Across families.
Different families we didn't know, but
with a very cheap lease.
Like children only cost $1 million if you have millions of dollars to spend on children. If you got like $1.50 to spend on children, you'll make it work. Like it's gonna take free school lunches, but yeah,
it doesn't work here because technically. So I was thinking about later in the video. I have Cheerly pop her head through, and so I thought it'd be funny to put her here through too, but that's the wrong direction. She doesn't come until later. But if this was afterwards, then technically that would be great.
Wait, she hits Sweetie Belle after Scootaloo or before Scootaloo?
After Scootaloo, but before the other kids.
All right.
But it was only then. So I thought it would be funny if it was afterwards, have her head pop through a second time. But it's the wrong direction. So, okay, I can at least mark this yellow, which is a big step. Like. So I'm not sure whether or not this will be. It depends on what I do this weekend, which I'm thinking won't be that much because I have a very busy weekend. But I should be able to finish this whole video by one more stream. If I don't, I'll probably start working on other stuff. So this might be the last one working on this video.
Really?
Because all I have to do is her. Well, and then some timing stuff, but I'm not going to do that on the stream. That's going to be, I need to test some audio stuff for that. So yeah, we're pretty much
Can I see
done.
my building? Because I've never seen it after you actually have it in.
What kind of, there's like...
Well, the grass isn't there, and the lighting's probably different, but...
Yeah, well, the lighting's very similar to that.
No, I mean, that building would never fit in Ponyville. It was gaudy, but that was kind of the point.
I had to play with some of the lighting stuff to balance it out by mixing like self-illumination and color balances because it was way too bright. But I fixed it.
But there is something wrong. It should be the area that's black on the tops of the parts of the building, that should be invisible. That should all be invisible, all the black parts. Something's not right. All the black parts, that should be invisible. It's something in the texture file, which changes it.
If they are, they'd be partially floating.
Well, it looks good.
I'm not going to care enough. I'm just going to leave it.
No, you can't. It would break my heart. That should be invisible. It's a simple fix in the texture file thing. You could do it like right now.
Why didn't you fix it?
I thought I'll send you the fix. I thought I did.
No, I know what the fix is, but like I'm trying to give you shit.
I'm not sure you didn't break it to hurt me. But no, that's
Carousel or Carousel Boutique. This one.
Wait, you still have some of the old files. Why do you have the old files still?
But because I didn't, because when I downloaded the new ones, It doesn't know to remove the old ones.
The old ones are broken.
Where are the
It'll
old?
kill
Where
your
are the new
things.
ones?
They should be in roughly the same. There should be models.
Models.
Unless you load them weird. Not another folder labeled mod.
Well, no.
How did I load this in?
Because I probably.
You're in okay. You're in materials.
You don't even know what you did, and you're telling me what to do.
I think it's in Carousel Boutique.
No, that's the wrong. No.
Okay, no. Okay, it might be Carousel. I don't remember where I put stuff.
So these files are from. So I replaced this 927, which was just like a week and a half ago.
So you messed with it.
I probably replaced it with what you had. And for some reason, you have both alpha test and translucent. Why? Do you know what those are?
Yes, I did them.
Why are they both on here? They both do the same thing. It's just layering that's different.
Well, one worked and one didn't.
Then why'd you put both on?
I don't remember. Yeah, I think alpha test works, but the translucent didn't work.
Why does top not have it, but bottom does?
You shouldn't even be using top and bottom anymore.
Which one's the correct one?
Well, none of those.
All one texture?
No, okay, no, it is two different textures. That's right. I was thinking of the model itself as one.
Make up your mind!
I did this. I am smart boy. I know exactly what I did. If you don't fix it here, I can fix it, and then I'll just send you.
Did not fix it.
I'll fix it. Fix it this weekend. Shit.
No, the alpha layer's there.
Yeah. No, I know I had it working at one point. I took pictures and screenshots and sent them to you.
See, this is
and it was working in the screenshots, so what did you do?
I loaded up what you gave me.
Well, it's broken.
I mean, I didn't replace the textures, apparently, at some point. Maybe, probably not. But
I think it's probably the version that I sent you is probably right, and then you did something weird.
Yep, blaming the user.
Oh, but
like normal IT.
I'm going to check it on my computer, and if it's working on my computer, then it's you did something.
Oh, you know what I probably think it is?
Get in there.
Certain aspects won't change. Oh, nope, it isn't. Okay. So, some aspects self-illuminate and translucent alpha test cannot be really applied within overrides. Certain stuff, they're flags that cannot be tripped unless they're pre-allocated. Saving plan is not having kids. That is a good savings plan, as long as Silver agrees. All right. Well, I'll let Michael figure out whatever the hell that is, or
figure out what you did.
Okay, so Michael's fired. So I'm going to be done for tonight, though.
Yes.
So it is past 9. We are good. Actually got a good amount done. Getting all that lip syncing done along with some of that blending is actually a decent amount. So I am kind of happy with how much we got done. Is anybody streaming? It's just VRS. Space Station 13, really?
What's that game?
Is that the... Oh, that's a different game than I was thinking it was. When did we raid? It's been a couple weeks since we raided VR. Nobody else is on. I have followed a bunch more people, and still nobody else is on.
It's like 9 o'clock at night.
It's really about timing.
It's
if
10
VR
on
is
the East
on.
Coast.
So let's go. Actually, she has 19. We have 19. So all of you 19, stick around. We're gonna double the number over there. So plans for tomorrow? Oh, it's mall meetup. That's really it. Talk to Kyle. We're gonna raid Fiora just for fun, because hell, if nobody else is on, we're gonna go over there. If you want some channel points, stick around. You can do things with that or something. Otherwise, thanks you guys for hanging out. We'll be back Sunday. I don't know 100% what we're playing, but we're gonna try to do a spooky game again. There's only gonna be one more Sunday stream for the month, so make sure that there's going to be only one more probably. Because I'm going to be gone on Halloween and we're gone for Cider Fest. So I have a kitty. and we'll see you guys later.
See you later.
I know we're gonna be doing Dead by Daylight probably at least once more. I don't know if it's gonna be this weekend or the next weekend. Probably Devour is what I was thinking.
Let's Devour.
It's like a co-op spooky game, but it's super cheap, like $4. So I don't know. I'm still working on the details for that. So. All right. Well, I will see you guys later.
Yes.
Adios, Mike. Adios, Argos. Adios, everyone. Thank you, Edward.
Adios.
See you later. Bye, Blur. Bye, Peak. Wait, oh yeah, there is Jackbox tomorrow. Thank you, Sir Edward. We're gonna.
I mean, I didn't remember, but you're supposed to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're gonna play Jackbox tomorrow. Probably around 7 o'clock my time. So an hour later than we normally start the stream. So, so thank you for the reminder. We'll do that and whatever. So I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.